Greetings, humans.
Hello.
Oh.
Fucking look at that timing. God damn, I'm good.
Jeez, man.
Wow.
I had time killer all ready to go. I think we need to do one time killer anyways because I was so ready.
Thank God.
One time killer riddle. You answer the riddle correctly, you get one question.
I made the inventory.
Ooh, nice. Thank you. You guys will probably need that eventually. Now that you're getting all sorts of magic items.
Thank you for making that.
And okay, why don't we do one quick time killer just because I want to. Are you guys ready? You're ready.
It's already.
Yeah.
Told. What? Yeah.
Hey, shut up, I'm doing a riddle.
Oh, okay, my bad.
What belongs to you, but other people use it more than you?
A face.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, that's really good. Holy shit. What the fuck? How do you do that?
I'm just gonna take a seat. You can just run this from now on.
I don't have a question though. I hope
My
that's
God, that was
it
fucking
right?
perfect. What the hell? That was spooky.
Did you say a face?
Yep.
I said a face. Lou said a face.
So other people use your face more than you do?
Yeah, use it with their eyes by looking
Actually, that's a
at
good
it.
point. You use your face for talking, don't you?
You
Oh,
use your
shit.
face, they just see it.
I don't want to get
Use version.
sexual with this, but that's a very accurate. That's a very accurate statement.
Oh, you got time killer to laugh.
No, I'm glad you laughed. I do not contain humor protocols. That is not correct. One more try.
Ow.
So it's you have it, but other people use it more? Was it?
What belongs to you, but other people use it more than you?
So it's not the face. Okay, well that's. I don't know. Your heart?
Aww.
Mute.
These are bad answers.
Ooh.
Oh.
No, wait, no, he's close. It's your name.
My name. It's a name. Nice. Yeah, that's it.
That's
Nailed
definitely
it.
Your name is correct. One question.
Oh shit! Fuck. Any question?
Yep. The worst part.
Are they supposed to be in character? Oh, hey,
Yes.
Town Killer, I'm gonna hold on, powwow, y'all. I don't know.
Oh, take
Hey,
your
what the
time,
fuck do we
no
want to ask the Town Killer?
Oh man, what do we need to know?
I mean, we
How about-
just learned some shit about Kerr, and we don't know where the fuck he is. Maybe that's a good start.
That's true.
Yeah. Go with where do we
Yeah,
find
that's
her?
fantastic.
Love it.
Hey, Time Killer,
Yes.
where would we find Kerr?
Kerr is currently aboard the Dauntless.
Well, I feel like there's another question there. I assume that's a big old boat.
It's
Ship is the word. I did it, y'all. That was my question. I got it.
Now we know. Game 1.
The Dauntless?
The Dauntless.
Okay, got it. I'm gonna write that down.
All right. And as usual, the music is in Roll20. As I know all of you are currently in there. I can see that you are all
Oh,
very
wouldn't you know?
What's this big pink launch? Oh,
Literally, Kaylee's the only one in there.
Oh, whoops. Whoops. That's awkward. Way to go, Venalis.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Venalis,
Yeah,
come
you
on now.
fucking idiot. Jeez.
What do you? I don't even. Shut up!
Okay. I think basically, we can kind of get started. So I will welcome folks to our tabletop RPG stream called Monsters Ain't Real, where we use the Monster of the Week rule set and maybe some more to enjoy some good old-fashioned RPG fun set in a space cowboy universe. To anyone new, all the old episodes are up on YouTube. Although that doesn't mean you can't just hang out and have fun, especially this session. Spoiler alert. It doesn't matter if you haven't seen any other episodes. Tonight, pretty much, we go into a haunted mansion. I hope, unless you guys decide to completely ruin my entire story. In which case, I guess fucking buckle up, because I have no fucking clue what's gonna happen. But with that said, we can pretty much just go ahead and hit the recap. Last time, you guys got some fancy items from Locke and Lou 2. After obtaining the items and at the suggestion from Lou 2 to deal with the spice situation first, you made your way back through the portal to Tom's cave. You proceeded to head to the law office where Kirby in his fancy new deep bucket seat that he was completely incapable of managing met you. You gave him his fancy new rhinestone cowboy hat, and you made your way to Eldom. Upon arriving at Eldom, you noticed that there was a no-fly zone set up and a heavily equipped gate guard. You tried to gauge whether this was tech or military-influenced law officers using very clever Bill Ding driving a bus up and having probably the shortest conversation any two humans have ever had. And then you went and talked to him, and it turns out he was a pretty decent guy. He warned you about a nasty rat infestation they have that is causing a lot of illnesses and a few deaths. And he did indicate that primarily the deaths were related to law officers, but that you should head to the sheriff's office first to get yourself suited up if you plan on spending any time in Eldom. You walked into the city and you caught your first glimpse of a permanent city in a newly developing planet. It had paving stone roads, well-built storefronts, and expensive hover cars. And just as you made your way down the main street, Volos popped up, opened up a portal, and called in his favor from Jake, requesting that Jake tell him everything that he heard from Lou 2 and Locke. And then I, as the benevolent, generous DM keeper, decided to let Jake have a full week to write a clever response, which it sounds like he definitely remembered.
Get it right here.
That was the best reaction. Oh my god.
On the fucking car ride home today, I was talking to Kaylee, and I was like, this calling in this favor at this time is a huge story beat. Like, this is a massive, important story beat. And I was like a little bit nervous that I'd given Hypernap the full week to prepare a response, because I was like, man, like, I think I know what's gonna happen, but like, what if he writes this and what if he writes this? So I had to prepare for like 50 different outcomes in case he was super, super clever.
Well, I mean, prepare to be fucking amazed, I guess. You should have written 51.
I mean, you guys know basically what's up. You know Volos is a planar key, and well, maybe I won't spoil anything else.
Well, there goes that fucking surprise.
Just in case you haven't put anything else together, I don't want to accidentally give you any extra information. So I guess Jake now has the duration of one narrative camera opening to plan his grand answer to Volos. So with that, I think we can go ahead and hit the narrative camera. Shut up, Ambient.
Oh, that's me?
What's up?
I'm the narrative camera?
No. I'm just getting ready.
Okay, I thought this was part of the bit. Jake was just staring right at the fourth wall, just like holding a Jim face to kind of looking through the blinds. Like, is this the? Do I look in it? What? Do I look at the red line? Hello?
You have that. You have that time to come up with a response, and that's it.
In the time it takes me to do the narrative
I got
camera. Okay. All right. Here we go, guys. The scene opens on the narrative clock. That enormous grandfather clock that sits in the void in the middle of nowhere, with its face covered in symbols and hundreds of hour hands pointing at various symbols. This clock is telling us the story. It's told us what's happened. It's pointing at what's happening right now. And the minute hand is counting down towards what is about to happen. Right now, we see our hands pointing at a pile of rats, a bag of spice, a yo-yo, and various other objects. As the camera pans around the clock face, we see various symbols and icons. Faces we don't recognize, names that mean nothing now, or some that we do recognize, like the face of Garvin, an icon with no clock hands pointing to it or anywhere near it. Then the camera focuses in on one hour hand in particular. That long, slender, spear-shaped clock hand is pointing directly at an icon with two images on it. One is an image of a scruffy-looking mechanic turned karate wizard. The other is the image of a hooded cloak. Beneath that cloak, we see one bright red bleeding eye. Now, we already know this. At this very moment, Volos has called in his favor to talk to Jake. But what we don't know is what the symbol next to this one is. Where this hour hand is headed. The second hand and the minute hand approach the top of the hour. And we pan away from this hour hand, away from the symbol of Jake and Volos, and we look at the next symbol. When we arrive at the next position on the clock face, where the symbol should be, we see nothing. There is no icon in this spot. It's as if the story just is not there. And then the camera backs out just a bit, and we see the symbols next to it are gone. And then the camera backs out further and further, and we see that the entire clock face is blank.
Okay.
That's alarming as hell.
That's upsetting.
Don't like it.
And we are back in Eldon, the city of education and intellect and academia. The streets are a little barren. Well, they're actually pretty much entirely barren. Every now and then you see a squad of 3 individuals with flamethrowers kind of hopping down the street, shooting flames down pipe drains into dark alleys, and every now and then you'll see a couple of rats scamper away from the flames. Other than that, the storefronts are well kept. There's expensive looking hover cars here and there. The road is very nice. It's kept clean. There's not much dirt on it at all. It's got these nice cobble paving stones, and the sidewalks themselves are made of these large white heavy cement paving stones as well. And as you guys are walking down the street, you all see the portal of Volos open up beside Jake. And you know that, I think you all know that Jake made the deal for the favor in order to release Arinda from Garvin's control in a weave that not even Lu 2 understood. But that favor's been called in, And you guys did a good job of shooing Volos away from the bar so that he couldn't eavesdrop on Locke and Lou as you guys discussed the coming calamity. But Volos has now played his card. He waited until after Galdric had used his favor to make sure that you couldn't ex-nay his Averfey. And he has requested that Jake tell him everything that he heard while in the bar with Locke and Lou too.
So, Jake, what do you say?
Oh, hey man, long time no see.
Yes, it's been a little while. How you been?
Not bad, just, you know, talking about like apocalypses and shit, and a bunch of different colored stuff. It's all pretty dumb.
Oh, that doesn't sound dumb at all. I would love to hear it in agonizing detail.
Well, I mean, I guess if I may, I mean, I know I owe you the favor, I know you the explanation, but I kind of have a question. Like, I learned a whole bunch of shit, and I'll share it with you. You probably already know most of it. But, like, so we got all these planar keys, right? I assume you're one of them because you're some kind of super wizard. I don't think Lou is one, though, right?
Planar key, that's a word that I'm not familiar with.
Oh, that's weird, considering you are one. Maybe it's just like a title thing. You know, I call it super wizard. They call it planar key. You might call it, I don't know, scarier word. But anyway, so like, you know there's a whole bunch of other colored inks, right?
Yes, I'm aware of that.
All right, so as far as I know, there's white. You're probably the red one, scary apocalypse fallout shit. There's blue and there's green.
Seems a little judgmental, but not far from the truth.
Yeah, I mean, call it I see it, man. Come on. Wait, white, red, blue, green, gold. That's it, right? That's 5?
That's what I know as well, yes.
All right, cool. So, what happens if you like smish them all together, right? Because I figured, oh, you got all these colored inks and mush them together, it's gonna be like white or black, or there's some like dichotomy thing going on. Like, what the fuck happens when you just mush them all together? What's that?
What an interesting question. Seems the answer to that is something many people would like to know. I have my suspicion that Locke and Lou may have figured that out. As far as I can tell.
Oh, you don't even have like a theory?
Well...
I mean, here's my thing with crazy space shit, right? Like, Locke and Lou told me a thing about when you smish them all together, but how the fuck do they know? You know what I mean? Like, they never done it before. I've never done it before. Have you ever done it before?
What an interesting question. Have I ever done it before?
Because, I mean, if they're spitting bullshit about what happens when all the ink happens, when it all gets smished together, I mean, what the fuck else is all the good? Or, I'm fumbling here, man, but you know what I mean? Like, if they don't really know that, then what good's the rest?
What do I think happens? I can tell you what happens. Power. That's what happens. What do Locke and Lou think happens?
So, I mean, I get your power thing. So they think if you smish them all together, I mean, one, probably everybody's gonna die. But, like, we're all fragments of ourselves, and all the colors get mixed together, and we're some kind of crazy rainbow ink, and that's, like, the best. So I think that's their jam.
Rainbow ink.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's full rainbow. Whatever you get when you mix white and red and blue and gold. It's probably like brown, kind of like a purpley brown.
Do they know what it can do?
So like, honestly, they really don't, right? They just think it'll make you like a more whole version of yourself.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I mean, that's the part where your whole like scary voice power, I don't think they quite get that. There's a little more like, soul search, you find yourself like you're only a fragment of who you are, and then you smush them all together, then like all the fragments of you are like a rainbow you, and you're just happier or whatever. It's like universal antidepressants, but rainbow.
So they think putting them all together will make us happier versions of ourselves?
I mean, I don't know, happier, wholer, better, fucking, I don't know. It's just a bunch of crazy space hippie shit.
Well, let me tell you this. In each of those other colors, there are entire worlds, entire cosmos full of people. Easily as many people as there are here, and smooshing them all together, that would kill everyone.
Yeah, I think the word apocalypse was dropped a few times, which is a little weird when the immediately following is like, oh, we're all good, it's all gonna be better and happy. I'll be like, y'all, we're all gonna be dead. So, anyway, continue.
That seems just foolish. There's no chance ending everything is the right answer. Think of all that you have and all your family. Would you really want them all to die?
I mean, no, I'm with you, man. I think that's fucked up. You don't want to end the damn universe or
Exactly.
universes.
Exactly. I'm so glad we agree on this. Jake, was there anything else that you learned?
I mean, the planar key thing, right? Because I figured you're the red one.
What
you
is
said
a
there-
planar key?
Well, you're saying like there's a whole universe, like wherever the fuck you're from, it's like not like a copy, but sort of like a different cosmos or cosmos, however you said it. And there's someone who can like, I don't know, they got the most juice, the juiciest of the people that live there.
The juiciest of the people. So you're saying
Yeah.
there's a juicy wizard in each color.
Yeah, right. So I mean, like you're pretty big on the red side, right? And you, well, wait.
Sorry, that's my hellhound. Don't worry, I'll calm him. Hey,
No, I mean that's fine. That's fine. It's the red ink stuff.
hellhound, shut up. No, go eat the evil people or something. Now go kill them. Go kill the innocents and all the people who need
Wait,
to be
what?
tortured. No, never mind. Don't worry about it. Oh my God, that dog is just. That dog.
I hear it
somebody-
with reverb too. It's so good.
Why is... No, I know, I understand. I'll feed you. I'm in the middle of an important conversation right now. I'm talking to my best friend Jake, okay? We're talking about the end of the world.
Oh, we're best friends. All right.
I think so.
I found out how stupid good it sounds with reverb, so now whenever they bark, I just kick on the reverb and it's like, it's so Halloween.
Very good.
Sorry, go ahead.
I mean,
Yeah.
yes, I would
But,
think I'm the juicy wizard of red.
Right, yeah. So, I mean, we don't really know who the fuck's the juice wizard at like blue or gold or blah, 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 blah. But there's some shit over here named Kerr, and he's apparently the white juice wizard. And I don't really know what we're going to do. I think we're just going to stick them all in a box. Whatever.
You think getting all these juicy wizards together, that's gonna be the plan for making everybody feel more whole?
I guess. I don't know what you're going to get with 5 wizards in a fucking box, but that's what they think.
Well, you've been most helpful, Jake, and I think we're going to see eye to eye because, let me just tell you, I don't want everything to end. I think things are fantastic. So, let me just tell you, it's going to be my mission to make sure that your life and your mother's life and your father's life doesn't end prematurely. It would be a shame if everything were to end. I'll protect everybody.
Yeah, all right. I mean, me too, right? I guess.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Jake. You're such a good friend. I now know what Locke and Lou are doing and how foolish their whole errand is. But this little bit about the juicy wizards, thank you for that.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's kind of fucked up though, because Like, I thought you were pretty super powerful, but like, now I don't even know, right?
Me, I am super powerful. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, you're a big fish to me, though, right? And you know, what am I? I've found out there's other fucking cosmos, and there's all kinds of other big wizards out there. It's like, shit.
I'm a pretty big deal in all the cosmos. To be totally honest, I'm a pretty big deal. There's a lot of people who know me.
So you visited all the other colors and shit? Like, you know these folks?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, all right. So I mean, as long as you know, because I mean, shit. If we're gonna start collecting dudes, what the fuck are you gonna do? If someone's stronger than you, that's kind of it, right?
Oh, I don't think I have to worry too much about that. I've got one or two tricks up my sleeve.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, the ink thing. No, wait.
Oh,
That's a
there's
trick I
more.
kind of want to learn. No. This is the period end that. This just sort of like new tangential thought. It's just how my brain works.
okay.
So like if you're from, because I didn't know about the whole cosmos thing, and you're from Red Juice Wizard Land, whatever that's called. Does it have a name?
Yes, it definitely does, but I don't have that note in front of me right now. So
No, that's good.
It's something, but I don't remember what.
The spooky verse. We're just gonna call it spooky verse.
Spooky verse sounds pretty good. I mean, it kind of downplays the dread a bit, but you know, it's not too bad.
I mean, we'll workshop it.
Sounds good.
But not so like if you're from the Red Juice place, I've seen you do some whack shit with white ink.
Yeah.
How are you doing that? Because that's a little trick I think I would be interested in learning.
Oh. You want to learn how to weave in the other colors? I'll tell you what, Jake. When you find Kerr, don't bring her to Lou. Bring her to me. And I'll show you how to weave in all the inks.
I mean, that sounds like a deal, but I think you're kind of pulling it early, right? If we just get one and I hand her over to you instead of the Lou, the rest of the party is going to be on to my shit. And that's it. I can't help you run past that because I need these other folk. I need these guys, man.
Let me tell you this.
Aww.
You bring Kerr to me, and you won't need anyone.
Man, I'm not super cool with the tone, but I mean, I kind of like what you're getting at. But anyway, essentially, I just wanted to let you know that I may or may not have a plan that would involve 4 of the 5. If you want to hold your horses and kind of hit it all at once, rather than just take one.
All right, you think you can get all 4? Minus, does that include me, or is that the other 4?
No,
juicy
excluding
wizards?
you, man. I mean, shit, if
Okay.
you're in a fucking box, you're not going to be there to give me, you know, what are you going to do? Be like, oh, hold up your end of the bargain. You're like, I'm in a box, asshole. I mean, yeah, you're not really going to do anything for me at that point. So
All right, you think you can bring all 4 other juicy wizards to me before Lou, too, catches on to your game?
well, I mean, it gets a little complicated because I don't know if I can do that. But what I can tell you is if we jump as soon as we got one, we're jumping way too fucking soon. And then it's going to be me versus 3. And that's not going to go well because the slump pretty much pulled me apart like a fucking fly.
All right.
So what I'm saying is let's be patient. And I don't know, there's some other shit. I'm going to point to my karate bandana. There's some other shit I can do there, man.
All right, I'll
So
tell
let's just
you
be
what. You scoop up the 4 other juicy wizards, and I'll make you a deal that you can't refuse. And I don't mean that in like the creepy I'll kill you way.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's
totally.
little-
Yeah, it comes across.
all right.
But I'll make you a deal. Jake, I will make you a god.
I mean, just a super wizard's good. I mean, sometimes immortality is like a double-edged sword. So, well, details, like my people meet your people. We'll figure all that kind of stuff out. But I'm okay with that.
Of course. I'm just saying, we hammer out this detail after you bring me the 4 juicy wizards, and I will give you everything you've ever desired.
Yeah, rad, man. I mean, once we get to 4, it might sort of be like pedal to the metal, got to get it done. So maybe at like 3.5, 3.25, sort of like close to it. But you know what I mean.
Of course. This sounds excellent. Jake, you're such a good friend. Thank you.
Hey, man, I mean, aside from asking for eyeballs and shit, which I obviously can't give you, you've been pretty straight with me.
Of course, I would never lie to you. I've been honest at all times, and I always shall be. If I can't answer something, I'll just tell you I'm not going to answer.
Yeah, could you, stop asking for eyeballs, though? I'd really appreciate that.
I mean, the problem is that I really do need quite a few eyeballs, and I mean, I don't want to get gross, but they're kind of running out on the spooky verse.
Slump knows what that's like. Every now and then you get a rumbly in your tummy that only eyes will satisfy.
They're like little jujubes. Little
squishy jujubes.
Little squishy eye jujubes.
Slump likes the way they pop in his mouth.
Exactly, and we're kind of running low over here, so I'll keep it to a minimum.
Yeah. I mean, I'll do some shit, but popping out friends' eyeballs or carving pieces of them off, a little rough. So I don't know, the alternatives maybe.
Sure,
think about it anyway.
I'll rack my brains a bit.
Yep.
Okay,
So
well, perfect. Thank you,
yeah.
Jake. This has been just so wonderful. I thought you might try to hold out, and then I'd have to make an example of you, and then I'd have to kill all your friends, and then I'd have to tear down the city, and then I'd just have to kind of wipe the whole planet from existence, and that's like my whole day if I have to do that.
Cool, got it. Yep, I don't regret saying anything I just said. Thanks, bud.
Perfect. Thanks, Jake. I love you.
Yep, love you too. Don't destroy the planet, please.
Walter just shakes his fucking head.
Oh yeah, could everyone else just hear that?
I'm gonna say narratively, if there were things that you wanted to have kind of muffled, they would have just been kind of the people would have not been able to hear those words. It would have sounded weirdly muffled, or their attention wandered.
The only thing I want muffled is when I point to my headband. So they have no fucking idea what I was talking about relative to the headband, but they could hear everything else.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, you guys heard everything. And you guys are in the town of Eldham. And as you are walking down this... Oh my god, my fucking microphone is so loud. Guys, jeez. Nope, now it's too quiet. I'm fixing it, don't worry.
There it is.
There it is. That's the sweet spot. As you guys are walking down the town of Eldham, you see kind of a green space. And it's right here in my notes. You see this kind of large structure set up in a small park. This small park is a green space that rises on a gradual slope, and it has a few trees on it. The trees are deliberately planted and trimmed, and they have small circles of stones around their bases with little garden gnome ornaments. But the structure in the middle of the park is gaudy. It's almost like a circus tent mixed with an old log cabin. There's big stretches of gold and purple and green striped tarp spanning between these old-looking wooden beams and planks. And it looks roughly house-sized, like a single-story, two-bedroom bungalow kind of in dimensions, maybe a little bit longer than it is wider. And Lou, you know this place. This is your primary competitor. This is the traveling ship tent of Pura Soma.
Pura Soma? That hack.
You know his real name too.
What's his real name?
Kevin Sharts.
Kevin Sharts, that's right.
His last name is Sharts.
Kevin Sharks, and he thinks he's all, ooh, I have a tent. Ridiculous. Not fooling anyone. You know what? I want to talk about this Volos thing, but we should probably go and check out this tent thing. Sometimes I still hear his hellhounds.
Sorry, they're trying to break through to the other side. They got a scent of Jake, and he smells like kung fu or something.
Wow.
I mean, it's karate, so I guess you don't know that much, fucking dumbass.
Whoa, maybe I'll let the dogs go, you freaking jerk. Wow.
Hold on, I think all I have to do is knock on my desk.
If you want to talk about the Volos thing, I do suggest doing that now because things are about to fucking kick into high gear.
Oh, okay. Oh, I want to look and see if he's listening. I'm gonna check the red ink.
You check the red ink, and he's like leaning over Jake's shoulder, like trying to look at Jake's hands to see if he's writing anything. And then when you look over, he like looks at you, and the like bleeding eye looks straight at you. And then he's like,
Oh, well, I was just, there's this thing I gotta, bye.
Get out. He's gone.
Is it gone?
yeah, he goes away.
Okay.
Jake! Oh my god. That was a terrifying situation you were just in.
Yeah, there was a lot. I had to talk a whole bunch. Now I'm just kind of like stuttering all over myself. I kind of forgot the first half, but I remember the latter half.
I totally relate.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Like, you told you. I mean, can I? Okay, I'm just gonna straight up ask, and you can lie or whatever. But are you like in with Volos? Are you gonna just throw your lot in with him?
Did I just see her do the eye thing? Like, can I see when she pops the eye or no? Or wait, no, did you use the glasses? Sorry.
I did use
That's
the
right,
glasses.
yeah,
I
you
can.
saw it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
You saw the glasses
So I-
flip to red, yeah.
Yeah, I'll assume that like I could read that situation. So I'll just, hey, is he still here?
No, I looked. He's gone. He was looking over your shoulder to see if you were writing anything, though. So, like, just watch. Just watch it.
All right.
But no,
Oh.
he's not here.
Yeah, I mean, we just don't have to do anything. I said I'm gonna wait for all of them, so he's gonna be the bad guy at the end anyway. And just
That's
don't
true.
say-
I like that. You did stall him until the end. I did like that. Okay. Do you think we need to warn Lou and Locke?
I mean, like he couldn't get in there, right?
That's true. When I looked to see if he was eavesdropping, he was outside the bar. Is that right?
That is right. He was outside the bar when when you looked at him. He was not inside the bar.
That's true that he wasn't in there. I guess I don't know for sure that he can't, that he physically cannot, but he definitely was. I never have seen him in the bar. So
I mean,
that's
yeah.
true.
I really tried not to talk about them too much. Like he just asked, like, "What did they tell you?" And I was like, "I don't know. There's colors," and I kind of thought it was stuff he'd already know. So
I
it
know,
felt
right?
weird.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Well, just like just let me know if you need help selling the thing later on as we get more into the depths of the deal.
I mean, yeah, I got a little plan brewing, but I think it's gonna. That's the thing, though. Like, it's gonna take us for fucking ever, right? Like, we don't even have one, and we don't know if you're just sticking a dude. I'm sorry, I don't know if you're like sticking a dude in a box, or if we like pull out their juice. I think he said essence.
He did say
I don't know. That's
didn't
fucking
he?
weird.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess I just wanted to just ask if you were, evil, but I don't think you are. So that's
Yeah, I
good.
mean, just kind of, throw them off a little bit. And also, I mean, I guess it's kind of relative. Am I evil for not really wanting the apocalypse? Am I evil if I do want the apocalypse? That's
that is a
bullshit.
difficult conundrum of
Yeah.
moral and velocity. I totally agree.
Yep, so that's where I'm at.
If Baldric hears any of this, he just kind of blinks like,
Oh, definitely. I would have said like in the group, would have been hearable.
All right. Well, hey, you guys see that tent?
Uh-huh.
You want to get your fortune told badly?
Noodles? Noodles! No noodles?
He might have. I mean, he's kind of. He's got the personality of a noodle.
That doesn't sound tasty. Okay, we can go. What do
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, but
Okay.
just be aware that he sucks. So go in
hungry.
knowing.
Okay.
Also that.
You want Slump to be mad no matter what?
Yeah, just like. Well, maybe don't eat him because we don't want to get arrested. And
You want
stuff.
Slump to kill him?
I mean,
Slump can kill him.
well, no.
Do it.
I do hate him a lot.
Okay.
Sharts.
Kevin Sharts.
The fuck is Kevin Sharts?
Oh, it's his name. Also, it's a thing. It's his favorite pastime.
Gross.
Ew.
Good
That's what I'm
God.
saying. Just the worst sort of human person. All right. I don't want to see him, but I want to see him. I'm gonna. That's the sound of her marching over there.
Okay, you guys head towards Hira Soma's fortune-telling house tent, circus tent thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
So as you guys enter the oldie tent, I really gotta move that. Oh, don't go full screen on me. I'm just trying to change the music. Everybody calm down. Him. You guys enter the tent, and it's quite long in here. The walls are thin, and it's been like emptied out in favor of this big dramatic tent hallway. And there's a long red carpet that leads between a few wooden tent poles that have been painted gold. And as you walk through this, like down this kind of red carpet, you're basically drowned in the scent of spices and herbs and incense. It's completely overpowering, and your eyes start to water. It's kind of hard to take a deep breath because the air is almost thick with spices.
Oh, what a cliche this guy is.
And at the end of the path, the light becomes darker and darker. And when you reach the end of the red carpet, there's this huge figure standing immediately to your left. This big, tall, fat man with a like black burlap sack over his head, with 2 eye holes cut in it. And he just stands there.
First floor dungeon.
Thank you.
Damn it, I was just gonna do that.
It is absolutely first floor dungeon if he put on about 100 pounds.
For anyone who doesn't know that, which is everybody who's listening, it's a reference to Dr. Seuss's The 5,000 Fingers of Dr. Terwilliger.
An amazing movie that everybody needs to watch.
Yep. It's going to scar you for your entire life, I promise.
Absolutely, yeah. You
Why
don't
the
come.
fuck would I want to watch that?
You
Yep,
do
you
not
will
watch
not
that
come out
movie
the
and
same
come out a whole person.
You will lose a part of yourself that you'll never get back.
Exactly.
The 5,000 Fingers of Dr. Terwilliger.
Yep.
Well, then I'm not watching it.
No, but you have to.
No.
You have to.
Yes, you have to watch this
Yeah,
movie.
you're going to watch it, and it's going to really ruin your life.
It will damage
No.
you forever, but you
Yep.
have to watch it.
I don't
in a
want
permanent,
no.
permanent
Amazing.
way.
I don't. No. Stop.
Vintage pickle juice, man.
Yeah. Vintage pickle juice, bro.
Put the whammy
Fuck
on
is
you.
the fuck
the
is
whammy on
vintage
you.
pickle juice?
You only ever have it when you're putting on your Domi Do Duds.
Exactly.
I'm fucking leaving.
And
Okay, so we see this gigantic dude with a burlap sack over his head. Terrifying.
and then kind of in the darkness beyond where the carpet ends, there's just darkness. And you hear Pura Soma! And this red cushioned pillow drifts in with this much smaller, skinny man standing on it. It's very obviously a pillow that's like on some sort of wheels, like some sort of a mechanized.
Like a skateboard.
It's like a mechanical skateboard with a big red cushion on it. And he's standing in like the Captain Morgan kind of pose on this cushion.
Oh my god.
And he also has a black bag over his head, but there's no eye holes cut in it. Instead, there's a weird golden symbol on the front of the bag. And he's got no shirt on, no pants, and just a small red loincloth.
Purasoma.
Hello, I see you have come seeking knowledge and fortune from the mighty Purasoma. I can tell that which it is what you seek that you have come to hear and desire to listen to.
Is there something shorter we can call you? Slump's name is Slump. Real easy, Slump.
Purasoma.
Okay, you're gonna be Shouty Dog. Everybody meet Shouty Dog.
No, I am Purasoma.
Johnny Dog is so accurate and perfect. Good job, Slump.
I'm Purasoma. You listen. I have for you what is to be seen. That there are many foresights that you must know.
What?
That's nothing. You're not saying things.
These aren't words.
There are many foresights that are being seen for you that I see, and that's here.
Well, tell us about him.
Slump feels sick.
What?
Tell us the foresights.
Okay, so
Cite your force.
go ahead and
What?
Try it, Purasoma.
This guy just said
I want to roll to kick some ass.
I feel like I just got herpes
hold on.
in my eyes.
Lou, roll a d10.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh, I see. For you, there will be an important event that either happens or does not happen. But you will be instrumental in deciding whether it does or does not.
Great.
Wow. I changed my life.
Hey, you are very
now I know.
welcome. That will be 10,000 credits, please.
Oh, please.
Who's next to get a mighty fortune from Purasoma?
Slump wants a fortune from the Shouty Dog.
Yes, Slum.
Yeah.
Can I do a
Roll a
thing?
d10. Yeah, roll a d10, and then after he gets his fortune, you can go ahead and...
1d10.
Yeah, 1d10. Roll it again.
Cool. Okay.
Aha! I see. I can see it now. You will accomplish everything you desire. All your trials shall succeed, and your ultimate goal shall be realized. Or perhaps it won't. Sometimes these two are very difficult to differentiate.
What? Whether it happens or not?
Yes, yeah. Well, I can see everything that you have ever wanted, and it definitely happens. But it also might not. I can't, it's hard to tell whether it happens or not. Would anyone else like a fortune from, that'll be 10,000 credits. Will anyone else like a fortune from Purasoma?
I want to use magic.
Oh boy. Yep.
I want to see into the future when he gives Galdrick a fortune, and then I want to type that on my phone and hand him my phone, and then let him give Galdrick his thing, and at the bottom of it it'll say that'll be 30,000 credits.
Yes.
Okay, Galdrick, roll a d10. All right.
Is that good? Is that
Could be good.
And I guess what Jake, or I guess Jake, roll to use magic. See if you can even
Oh
see
yeah,
this.
let's roll for it.
I mean, you got like super wizard and everything. It'd take 2 natty ones to Yeah, no, super duper. You see it clear as day. You see Pirasoma, skinny little red loincloth wearing, black bag on head, saying, Goldrick! I mean, short man whose name I don't know. You will find information that you need very soon, and it will help you in some way.
Thanks.
All right,
man.
That'll be
So
that'll be 10,000 credits.
So you fucking
then I'll
type
tell
that
him to
down and
flip no, I'll tell him to flip open the. Sorry, so this happened in the future that I'm
Yeah.
seeing, and it hasn't actually happened yet.
that's right. Yeah, that's the future that you saw.
Okay, yeah. So I'll type that down, and I'll hand it to Mr. Sharts.
So
There
what
you go,
is
man.
what is
Don't-
this?
No. I mean, don't open it yet. I just do one from a friend, okay?
All right. Oh, little man, Goldrick. I mean, little man that I've never met before. You will find information that you need very soon, and it will help you in some way. Do I need this phone for something?
Oh wait, hold on. Goldrick say that'll be 10,000 credit.
That'll be 10,000. Why? That'll be 10,000 credits.
All right, cool. Now you can open it.
Okay, just. What sorcery is this? How did you? That's a neat parlor trick, but that's not legal here in Purasoma's Tent of Fortunes.
Okay.
How about you?
You don't
sir?
get to make
hold on,
specific
just
laws
I do.
to your tent.
I
That's
do.
outrageous.
No, come on.
That's not a thing.
Wait, just a second. Hold on. Is that Lou? Is that you?
Lou, I don't know. Who's Lou? I don't know.
Lucille Hudson. Is that
Yeah.
you?
That's
Yes,
you.
it's me.
Remember, that's you. That he's talking about you, not the giant spooky cat with all the goggles who tells us all the secrets about the universe.
That's a dream, Lou. That's
Oh.
that's the Lou that you dreamed.
But we
Oh.
were just
What?
with the man, with the lock man who had the drip. Okay.
Listen, you can't come into my establishment here and start trying to glean all my secrets. You can find nothing here that will help your ramshackle little 2-bit operation.
What secrets? My friend, a mechanic, by the way, just did his own, like, just told your fortune to you.
No, that was he's been here before.
So you just gave the same fortune to multiple people?
No, hold on. That's not how that works. There's this complicated process, and listen, I don't care for your parlor tricks.
Now you're back to your old self, Kevin.
All right.
Your name's Kevin?
No, my name is Pirasoma.
Uh-huh.
Now, if you doubt the power of my fortune telling, I have one final fortune for you. A mighty fortune, pulled from depths unknowable. A truly powerful insight, the relevance of which I will not understand, but you surely will. To obtain this mighty fortune, you must pass through the trial of seeking. Will you seek?
Oh, yes. That sounds so impressive and amazing. Let's
Hey,
see
don't
it.
you try to condescend. This is really great.
Oh, I'm prepared to be enlightened, and it's going to be amazing. I'm going to learn about myself and the universe.
I mean, you don't know. Maybe you will. Listen, this is a new one. It's worked pretty good the past couple times I've done it.
Ridiculous.
I only
Show
had
me then.
I only had one fatality.
What?
It's perfectly safe. Don't worry.
Was the fortune you told them that they were going to die, and then you killed them to make it come true?
I mean, that's a pretty good deal. I'm just gonna write that down. Oh, let's write that down. And the big guy standing next to you pulls out this little piece of paper, and he scribbles down a little note.
His name was what?
Bolus.
Bolus?
Yep.
Do I know him?
I mean, you know that he's the guy. He's the guy that Kevin always has for his show. He's like, Kevin's show buddy.
Oh, that's why he's still hanging around with this guy.
He doesn't say anything.
Ah, Bolas.
Would you guys like to undergo the trial of seeking?
Yeah, slump us down.
Yeah.
Sure, man. Yeah, fuck it.
I mean, are there noodles?
Then enter. There's no. Well, there might be noodles. I don't know. To be totally honest, I don't have a total control over what goes on in the trial. There might be noodles.
What? There's nothing in there.
You don't know that.
Gonna put us in a different room with different fabric walls and just do some light projections or something. Maybe it'll be like that time in that village where you put people into a room and then you just dumped stuff into their hair and you made them put their hands in those bowls with peeled grapes.
Hey, that works pretty well.
Ridiculous.
I made a lot of money off that one. I mean, people got a lot of good fortunes out of that one. Listen, this one's got a really good fortune at the end. Really real one.
Well, I gotta see it then.
You shall.
But this is a professional courtesy, a QA/QC visit. It's a quality control thing, and we shouldn't have to pay.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Roll to manipulate someone. I think that's a fair enough guess or fair enough ask.
Manipulate someone is plus charm, which I do not have. Ooh.
Hey, that's technically a success. That's a mixed success. And with a mixed success for manipulate someone, on a 7 to 9, they'll do it, but only if you do something for them right now to show that you mean it.
Like, for example, one way that you could improve your current offerings is to maybe change up your costume. Maybe add a jaunty hat on top of the bag.
That seems like I will keep it under advisement, but I don't like it. But okay, you know what? If you're gonna offer constructive stuff like that, fine. I'll give you one free ride in the Trial of Seeking.
Excellent.
Now please enter the Trial of Seeking. And
Do we all go in at once, or?
yes, just down there, the ramp. It kind of
Is it
lowers
like
down.
Is it like an escape room?
Yeah, that's a pretty good way to think of it, actually.
Like a roller coaster?
Like a roller coaster?
Kind of like a roller coaster and an escape room.
I don't like roller coasters.
Imagine a roller coaster that was going to crash and you needed to escape out of it. It's kind of like that.
Oh, look, an escape roller coaster.
An escape roller coaster.
Okay.
That sounds stupid.
It is
sounds a little
completely.
dangerous.
Don't even worry about it. It's very
No, it's
stupid.
really good. You get a good fortune at the end. A real one.
Yeah,
noodles?
right.
There might be noodles. I can't control what happens in the Trial of Seeking.
He's making that up.
He's making that up.
It might be made up.
He's making that up.
It
Listen,
might be made up.
I'm not making most of it up. I'm
It sounds like
making
he's making it up.
1%.
Well, we'll never know until we try.
All right, so listen. Thrice you must find. Thrice you must seek. If thrice you have braved the pit, then claim a fortune most unique.
Who the fuck is Bryce?
I said
I don't know anyone named
Bryce.
Bryce.
It's the bag. It kind of
Yeah,
muffles.
none of us is named Bryce.
Kevin, can you
Right.
speak up? Did you say thrice or Bryce?
I said.
Yeah, you're kinda
I
quiet.
said thrice. I said thrice. Oh,
That's
no.
what
That,
I
help.
said.
That makes it worse, actually.
I've gotten too. Now my bag is all messed up, and now I can't really. Just hold on. Just this messing with my bag. Is thrice.
Uh-oh, he's fucking with his eye holes.
Yuck.
Thrice you must find. Thrice you must seek. If thrice you have braved the pit, then claim a fortune most unique.
Definitely pick a hat over the bag, dude.
Yeah, that's upsetting. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, man, let's find that rice.
Okay, so what happens is kind of a floor panel next to where you're standing. So Bolas is on the left of you, And to the right of you, the floor kind of descends into a ramp leading down underground. And you must enter.
All right, here we
Yeah,
go. Oh, I
do
am
it.
so intrigued.
All right. As you enter,
Missed the music already.
that's a Legend of the Mystical Ninja starring Goman reference.
Oh my god, yes. Oh
That was-
my god.
That was absolutely Plasma Man from Legend of the Mystical
fuck
Ninja.
yes.
As you guys descend down into this kind of dark space, you get off the ramp, and that ramp then lifts up. And there's this kind of whooshing sound as the pistons hoist the floor panel up. And then there's this loud chunk of large deadbolts sliding into place, locking you below the floor.
Oh my god. What the fuck have we got ourselves into?
Wait, could you describe that again? I'm so sorry. Could you describe that again?
Yeah, so you guys walk down the ramp into darkness. You can't see anything down here. And then after you step off the ramp lifts up behind you, and you hear this whooshing sound as pistons hoist this floor panel back up into place. And then you hear a loud ka-chunk of large deadbolts sliding into place, locking it there.
That's upsetting. That is upsetting.
Okay.
Did we just become basement people?
I'm pretty sure we're all gonna die.
Ah,
Slump looks around and then locks eyes with Jake and narrows his eyes and says,
Slump's eating you first.
I mean, it's all bones, man. I'm gonna like get behind Goldrick. Let's look at that.
What do you want? It's fine. It's fine.
Slump's eyes narrow more and he says,
That's okay. Slump likes the marrow.
and then he makes a motion with his hands like he's breaking a bone in half.
now
God.
easy.
Cool.
I want
Slump
to.
sucks it out like a pixie stick.
I don't like that.
I'm gonna make one of my force fields, but just around me. Just boom.
Just around your bone.
I can still hear you.
I
Slump
want
likes
to.
when Peter's glowy.
I want to like where the ramp like lifted up. Kind of. You're talking like a fucking. Like a gate at a castle, right? What the hell is that thing called?
A drawbridge.
Portcullis.
A drawbridge.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kind of like a drawbridge, right? Like lifted up like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to like. Hey, just give me a second. Give me a second. I want to fly across the thing because Galter can fly, and then I want to walk through the door because I'm incorporeal. I want to be like, I'm gonna go along with this, but this seems fucking weird.
And then you try to do that, but literally none of it happens.
Hey! Wait, I can't fly?
Nope.
Hey, wait a second.
And then you walk
So-
over to the wall and you walk into it and you bang against it.
Wait. So I made my shield for a goof. Did that not actually happen?
Wait, say that one more time.
Okay,
Run
guys.
that by me.
I would like you guys to get some D20s ready because you won't be rolling D6s anymore.
Okay. Okay.
Finally, these sixes. Stupid fucking system. All right, let's do this.
And I'm gonna give you some very basic stat
Oh,
adjustments
shit. Oh. That was just a test roll.
because it would seem as though the rules of the universe have changed a little bit. Jake, you have 5 spell slots. Lou, you have 3. Every time you use magic, you will use a slot. Galdrick?
Shit, did I just use a spell slot?
No, this is why
I know.
I'm going to say none
I've
of
got
this
40.
worked.
I know. I've got 40. I know.
Galdrick, you can use your special gun 3 times, and you can do angelic shit twice, which is why I said that didn't work, because you literally would have just burned your 2 angel things. Slump, you don't have access to your extra arms, and you don't get advantage on physical rolls.
What the fuck?
You all have
In this room.
100 hit points.
Okay.
So a couple of you got spell slots, a couple of you got whatever. Basically, you have
Slump got fucking nothing.
Slump got
He's just
basically
a-
nothing.
He's just a guy.
Slump has become the incarnation of Slump.
Okay. All right, fair enough.
And you guys are standing in a room. Well, it's kind of more of a hallway at this point, in absolute pitch darkness.
Don't care for this.
I want to root in my pockets and stuff, and maybe take out a hackjack and see if that can illuminate the area.
Oh yeah, sure. So it boots up. It doesn't connect to anything, but it does have lights that turn on, and like the screen pops up, and it's light enough to operate as like a shitty lantern.
What do we see in the immediate vicinity?
Immediately you see smooth black walls, smooth black floor, smooth black ceiling.
Oh my god, what is this fucking hellhole? We're just in an obsidian prison, man. What the fuck?
How did he even build this?
The door is there, like there's just a wall behind you, and ahead of you the tunnel, the hallway continues.
Well, do you guys want to keep going? Get this over with?
Well, I don't really see any other fucking way.
The man closed the door.
That was super rude.
Okay, you guys would like
He's
to...
gonna really hear about it
Hold on,
on here.
I'm writing all this down. So 100 HP. You said I have 2 angelics and 3 gunshots, right?
Yep, exactly.
Okay, making sure.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, okay.
I would like to be very careful walking forward and looking at the walls in case of gross things that pop out. He does like to have gross things. I've decided. I guess I don't know that. Sorry.
Can I roll
Actually,
a
how about
perception check?
Oh.
Sure fucking can.
I was gonna say, like, are we actually doing like the D&D transition, or are we still staying in these rules?
I'm not going to spoil anything, but you can absolutely do a perception check, and Jake gets +6.
+6, what is he, fucking Sherlock Holmes?
Whoa.
Okay,
21.
21. So you can see from the glinting of this hackjack off the walls and ceiling that it maybe continues another 15 feet ahead, and then it ends, and the hallway goes left and right. And other than that, like the door that closed behind you is absolutely sealed like dwarven stonework in the D&D universe. There are no seams.
Slumpy, my good man. Could you proceed to the end of the hall and take a peek left and right?
What?
Hey man, it goes forward and then you can turn left or you can turn right.
Okay. Okay.
Slump takes a few steps forward.
Yep.
And as he walks, you see his footsteps start to slow, and they're getting like shorter and shorter in distance. And then he's like starting to like hunch down a little bit, like he's trying to hide into himself.
Yeah.
And then with a gigantic fucking beady dinner plate eyes, he turns around with his bottom lip quivering and looks at Galdrick, and with his gigantic hands makes this tiny little up and down motion as though he's going
Up. Up.
I'll raise my hands up and go up.
Slump puts him on his shoulders and then walks, just like strolls to the end of the hallway.
So it's like 12
And,
feet in here, so I think Galdrick has to kind of like, Galdrick is like almost pressed against the ceiling.
I would actually very much so like to think of Shaggy and Scooby.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
except I'm Scoobying around his neck,
Yep.
if you will. Like,
Yeah, yep.
Perfect.
Yep. Perfect.
I want Slump to wait, sorry, what how did you say that you're positioning yourself there, Galdrick?
I'm kind of like, essentially I'm Garfield scared catting around your neck.
Okay. I want Slump to like, now Slump is like he has no fucking care in the world. And sorry, give me 1 sec here.
Yep.
It's really creepy in here.
Okay.
I'm so annoyed right now. My like right earbud just died, and it's driving me nuts.
No.
So I want as Slump now feels better about himself, like he just has no fucking care in the world. So I want him to like just start like literally run skipping down this fucking hallway, just bumping fucking Galdrick's head every single time he jumps up.
God.
Why?
And then when we get to the end of the hallway, I guess we'll look both directions.
Yep.
See what we.
So why don't you roll me a perception check as well, and Slump gets a +3 to perception. Okay, that's actually pretty good. So you look to your right, and immediately there's like a barred gate. Big, heavy iron bars dug firmly into the ground of this weird, smooth hallway. To the left, the hallway continues, but the ceiling starts to taper down a bit. And it narrows down until it's about 5 feet tall. And at the end of the hallway, maybe 20 feet away, it opens into a larger room, and you can't see much, but you can see water.
Ugh. Okay.
And that's
What do you
basically
see
what
over
you can
there,
see.
Slump? Which way should we go?
Well, in the one way, there's a big old gate, and in the other way, there's a puddle.
Oh, well, probably the puddle, right?
Well, maybe Slump can just pull the door down.
Oh, yeah.
Is this the fucking Aqua Temple from Ocarina of Time?
I'm not saying anything.
The what?
I don't know what that is.
I was promised noodles. What?
What's happening?
Slump, what do you have? It's underneath a. It's underneath your neck fat. What is this?
Cheese nips.
Cheese.
Slump has cheese nips. What?
Oh,
Slump likes to keep them warm.
they're still fresh. You want one?
Yeah.
Here you go. I look back at like Jake and I'm like, you want one?
Yeah, he's cheese.
Gotta put some meat on those bones, Jorb.
Cool.
And then Slump cracks his knuckles.
Yeah, I will reluctantly take the cheese nips.
Here you go.
So we want to go into the water?
What do you guys think? Should we flip a coin?
Well, let's go up to the door and see, because maybe there's something spoopy in the water, but there's less chance of something spoopy through the door. Let's go up to the door and see if we can find a way to open it.
Maybe it's not locked.
Maybe not.
Yeah, let's go down the way towards the barred gate.
Yeah, so the barred
And do you
gate
think
is
we can see anything on the other
basically
side?
immediately to your right. And on the
Okay,
other
I
side of it,
see.
you can't really see much, just as kind of more
Okay.
hallway.
I want Slump to grab onto the door and like shake it, like see if it pushes open, pulls open, if it feels like it's loose enough that he can rip it out of the wall.
Yeah. Roll a d20 +6.
And what is this roll?
This is kind of a strength check.
Gotcha.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh.
You shake this thing and it is heavy. It
Okay.
is a big boy door. You feel like you might be able to pull it out if you really tried.
Okay.
But it also looks like it's kind of structural. So
Okay.
like when you pull it, the ceiling kind of moves a bit.
Okay. Slump says,
Well, Slump thinks he can get the door off, but it might get rid of the up floor.
Do it.
Oh, we need that.
Don't do that.
and then looking at Lou and Jake, who haven't really said anything, he points at the ceiling and says,
Up floor. The floor that's up.
Oh, we need that, I think. Maybe we should keep it.
I mean, do we though? It's his place. You bust a hole in that shit. Probably just climb on through.
The bust down on our faces is my only worry.
Nope. Yep. Okay. Just listen to her. Slump.
Well,
Listen
Mr.
to her.
Jorb, do you have any fancy beep dorps? Beep daps? Beep.
he's trying to say bean cans from that time we made a fake EMP.
Do you have any more beep daps that we can put in the water to see if anything's in there?
Did I actually make those?
Uh,
I thought you did for like
I
my
think
whole-
you're right.
Yeah, I think so
Oh,
too.
robots, don't attack me.
when we were getting the star spice out of the bar.
Yeah.
You
Exactly.
are
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have 2.
Can you throw
Sure,
it in
fuck
the
it.
water?
Is this gonna? Do we? Okay. Do our characters recognize that like the rules of the universe just changed?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
You are super
'Cause,
aware
like,
that
I'm not
everything
sh-
seems to have shifted and like things are real, but they don't behave like they should be behaving.
This place is weird.
Yeah, because I was gonna say like, I mean like I don't know if they're still gonna work. But yeah, fuck it.
Do you want me to like look at this place? Like really look at it and see if I could tell what would happen vis-a-vis explosions? Or do we want to go for it? Just do it because it's stupid Kevin's spot and who cares if we wreck it?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck Kevin.
I do like the fuck Kevin sentiment. Okay.
I mean, I'll take out the EMP grenade, the sort of like weird jiffy rigged one, and then I'll also pull out like a potato-sized wad of C4. Like,
Yeah.
just fuck Kevin, or like, and then I'll sort of like lower the C4 and raise the EMP, or fuck Kevin.
Medium? Whatever is least likely to fuck us.
Let's try just the beep dap for now.
Yeah, and so the room going to the puddle thing, like there was no door, you just go in and there's water.
That's right. So are you, yeah. That's that. The hallway looks like it tapers down, and then you can see water at the end.
Yeah, whenever it's like comfortably close for me to just lob it into the water, I'll just pull the pin and lob it in the fucking water and then turn away just in case something bad happens.
Okay, so to get this straight, you're walking down the hallway that kind of tapers down tighter and tighter to the point where it's about 5 feet tall. So you probably need to kind of hunch down a little bit.
So Slump did not go like all the way to the room.
No. Basically, immediately to your right is the
Look.
gate, and then there's a hallway 20 feet long that slowly tapers down.
I missed the 20 feet long part.
Yeah.
Can I keep rolling off that perception check and just look at the walls and make sure there's nothing scary?
Yeah, okay, off that same perception check, walls are completely smooth.
Yeah, so as I start to walk down, I want to stop like halfway
Yeah.
because I imagine the perspective of this would be a little janky. And I'm going to look back at everyone else. Are they like giant?
No, they look, I mean, it looks weird because the ceiling kind of gets, tapers up. So there is that weird optical illusion aspect, but nothing seems to be unnaturally big about them. It's just the ceiling is just tapering down to kind of a narrow little exit into this water.
Yes, I think after I'm like halfway down, I think I can make a 10-foot throw. I'm not that physically inept. And then I'll just fucking yeet that shit into the putt.
Okay, and this is an EMP grenade?
I don't remember how I made them. I don't remember making They were like empty coffee cans or something that had like batteries and tape and shit in them. I don't remember.
Sure, that's totally fine.
Oh,
I think
MacGyvered.
I think that still works. Okay, so as you're about halfway down the hallway, the ceiling is kind of tapered down. So it's not, you don't have to hunch over at this point quite yet, but you see that little opening that's only about 5 feet tall into the water room. And as you throw this EMP grenade in there, I imagine because it's sci-fi, it kind of flashes. It's got some sort of a flashing light on it. And when it goes into the room, before it goes into the water, it kind of flashes, and you for the briefest moment get the image that it is a much bigger room.
Dude, I'm playing through Subnautica right now. I can't do it. I can't. Oh God.
And you see the surface of the water, and it is not still. Like before this thing goes into the water, that water is not perfectly still. It's somehow it's a little bit choppy. And then the EMP grenade goes into the water, and a second later you hear a little boom, and the water disturbs a little bit more, and then nothing happens.
So for the perspective, like when it passed the threshold of the room, right?
Yeah.
Did the grenade just shrink quickly? Is that what gave us the illusion of the room being much larger?
No, it's just like the light seemed to diffuse. Like you couldn't see if the room was small, the light coming from the grenade would reflect back very quickly.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it did not reflect back very quickly. It looks like the room is very wide.
And that's the underwater room?
It looks like a big pool, basically. Like it's kind of like you have a 5-foot high entrance leading to the surface of a big pool room.
What the? Okay, I'm having a really hard time picturing this. So, because what I'm imagining is a uniformly sized hallway, and at the end, it just goes down like a ramp, like it's forcing you to go into the same sized hallway but underwater. That's not what we're looking at.
Here, I'm gonna draw it on the map. If you look.
Oh, I think I know what you mean. Like, yeah, nope, I don't.
Yeah, so just look at the map on Roll20.
Yeah.
So, oh my God. Jeez, the Roll20 is so difficult to navigate, man. So you guys came up this hallway, right? Started right here, came up this hallway.
Wait,
right here.
What map? What the fuck? Why am I seeing two different colors?
Someone else is drawing in here.
Okay, I have no fucking clue. Which one are you? You're blue? You're the blue one?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So
we went up there, yep. Got it.
And then the X, that's where the gate is. Right to your right is a big gate.
Yep.
To the left, this hallway gets smaller as you go. Narrow,
like in every single way, like a Willy Wonka hallway?
Just in height.
Okay, just in height.
Just
got
in
it.
height.
Yep.
It gets down to
level, okay.
Yep.
Then it opens. How do I draw anything that's not a rectangle? Hold on.
Well, basically what I'm wondering is when you say that it gets smaller in height, is it to the point where the roof touches the surface of the water?
No, so it's about 5 feet tall.
Ah, okay. And then we get the impression that through that gap, there's a huge room on the other side.
So, yeah, it's just a hallway where the ceiling comes down. It's imagine it's a hallway. Imagine it's a hallway that leads to a big pool, right?
Yeah.
Except the hallway has a short ceiling. That's all it is. It's just a hallway that leads to a big pool.
Dude.
Can we start over? Because my
down.
sugar kicked in and I'm confused.
Okay, so
you know what? The ceiling doesn't taper down. Fuck it. It's just a hallway that leads to a big fucking pool.
And except the floor turns into water at some point, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, like
there's no railing
are there
around
stairs?
the pool.
Are there ramps? Is it just a straight sinkhole?
Yeah, exactly.
It's just
That's
right
what I'm
here.
wondering. Yeah.
Right?
You just see water.
The floor ends and water starts.
Well, is it a drop off or is it a slope?
It's just the water is the same height as the floor.
It's an infinity pool.
Yeah, it's
What
an infinity
in the
pool.
Fucking okay. Yes, excellent.
Right? Like you know how like at the swimming pool,
yeah,
you can just walk.
It's like that except infinity.
It's like you can just walk from the floor and then there's water. It's that.
Yes. So but that there's different parts. When you're in the kiddie section, you go down a ramp. If you're going into the adult section, you just drop into the pool.
Yeah. It just goes into the pool.
Okay, who built this pool? Is there like a sign on the 5 that says like 5 foot?
Oh my god! I did not think that a hallway leading to a room of water would be this fucking difficult.
I'm not gonna lie,
Guys,
I wasn't picturing this at all, but now I am. Got it.
I gotta tell you, if you're stumbling at this part, you're in for a lot of pain.
I was just I just wasn't here. I was in the kitchen, so I didn't hear anything.
Oh my god.
Okay. All right. Yep. Sounds good.
It's a hallway that just leads to a big room that's all just water.
And we just saw the whoomp as the EMP went off, and we got a very rough idea that it's a bigger room.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can only see this much, right? You can only see through that little door.
I want Slump to drink the water. No, I'm kidding.
So yeah, you get the feeling that it's much wider. The ceiling doesn't go up though. The ceiling doesn't vault. So like it tapers down to a 5 foot high ceiling, right?
Yeah.
Ceiling stays the same height. So there's about
ew.
5-foot clearance above the water
Ew,
before
what
there's
the
ceiling.
Oh, I see.
What is this
That's
fucking
bad.
hellhole? This is the most claustrophobic, kitty fucking. Oh my god.
I bet you he didn't get the
Oh.
permits he needed to get this place installed. This is terrible. You should call the mayor.
Yeah, but Kevin.
Fuck Kevin.
Fuck Kevin. Who the fuck is Kevin? I like your chick. Don't worry.
Bad Kevin.
Well,
I didn't like that So did we all see that the water was moving on its own before the EMP hit?
Yeah, you all saw that the water was a little bit choppy.
I did not like that the water was choppy. Should we go
Maybe the water doesn't like you.
that's what I'm afraid of.
Oh,
So
fair.
the water's choppy, but I have a question. Is the water choppy? And I assume it's going to be perception, so I want to tell you what I'm looking for. Is the water choppy because it looks like something is directly causing it to be choppy, or does it look like it's choppy because of currents, like from like wherever the fuck this water is originating from?
Good question.
Good question. Okay, yeah. Roll me a perception check. You have +6.
What? It's this game. I'm done. I'm going to the
Natural
kitchen.
one.
I'm gonna guys, it's safe, and I swan dive into the water.
Wait, there's no, never mind. I was gonna say, do you get an experience? There's different
No,
rules
different
down here.
rules. That's just a
Damn it.
natty one. Galdrick sees fucking crystal smooth fucking water.
I want to say, guys, I found water.
We know that we're looking at it.
Look, water right there.
Glump looks around at the rest of the party and then looks back at Galdrick and sort of tepidly starts clapping his hands together a little bit, like he's not aware whether or not this should actually be considered impressive. He's just erring on the side of caution.
I look incredibly like my ego is being stroked. Yeah, I know.
Wow, so smart. You see that? Guys, fucking Lou and Jorp. Why don't you try contributing?
This is
I
good.
wish.
This is
Here, have
very
another
good.
cheese nip. Here you go.
Yeah.
I'll just gently start clapping along when Slump does.
I mean, I'm gonna go look.
I'd like to slowly.
Is that okay? Are you guys cool with that? I want to go. It's okay to see. You
Yeah.
guys good? Okay, I'm
Did
gonna
you
go.
buy,
Go ahead,
did
yeah,
you
go
buy any 10-foot poles in town?
I did not stop at the pole store yet.
Damn it.
Damn it.
A rookie mistake. It's all right.
I'm trying to think if there's something I can fashion out of a scarf into a pole. I don't think there is. But I will keep going, and I'm just going to have a scarf out and at the ready in case there's a chance to use it.
Okay. What are you doing?
I just want to go see. I just want to walk closer.
You want to walk
And
down the
see-
hallway towards the water?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Roll me. Did you do a perception check?
I would like to perceive. I would like to do a perception check. I don't think I did. I don't think I did.
Yeah, roll me +4. Oh yeah. Yeah, so as you get closer, you see that water. It's kind of burbling along. It's choppy in some fashion. Maybe to the question that Galdrick was asking, it doesn't look like it's a current that's moving it. There's like something in the water moving it in some fashion.
Guys, I think there's something in this water other than the grenade we threw into it.
Wait, what?
What? Like
Or whatever we threw.
did someone
I immediately look at Jorp.
in the water?
I hate that you actually have me calling him Jorp. That wasn't even like I'm gonna say this to be funny. Like that's where my brain immediately went to.
Nah, it's all right, man. I knew what you meant. What's up?
Did you put a fucking grenade in there?
Yeah, I mean, I just like walked down the hall and went, yeah, and then it went, and that was pretty much it.
I've lost interest in the grenade story and I fall asleep.
I mean, you asked, dude. Yeah, fucking yeah. Slump was all like, let's put a Zipple's apple bean. Wow, I don't remember what he called it. Fucking yeah, let's do that shit in there.
Is there anything, but speaking of the grenade though, is there anything like floating on top of the water, or does it look like, yeah, did it affect it at all?
Nope.
Okay. How about the
Well,
walls?
shit.
Anything on the walls?
You can only see 5 feet of the walls, right, sticking up above the water. No, the walls look like that smooth black stone.
You know what?
Material.
Fuck it. Slump is immune to poisons and noxious substances. I want Slump to take a handful of water and slurp it down.
Okay.
Shit, y'all, fish fucking that.
Slump likes that.
It's quite cool. Like, it is cold water.
Okay.
It tastes a little stagnant. Like it doesn't get changed all that often.
Okay.
But other than that, no, it just tastes like water.
Just tastes like water to me.
Look at Slump very
Kind of
carefully.
old.
Oh, okay. Oh no. Oh, I was looking right at you when you burped.
Tastes like, what do you think of the smell?
It's not very good.
Okay. It tastes okay.
Smell
Maybe
different
a
than
bit.
Slump's usual burps?
What was that?
Good question. Does it taste different from Slump's normal burps?
No,
it smell
maybe a little
different?
bit cleaner.
Seems okay.
Has he mutated at all?
Nope.
You don't seem to be mutating, Slump.
Slump would never mutate.
No, I know. I totally. Yeah.
Well,
Hey, how about this?
And Luke goes up to the edge. It goes,
Hey, Purisoma's a dick.
very loudly.
It kind of echoes weirdly in this like oddly shaped room with this short ceiling and like 20-foot diameter pool of water. But yeah, no, it just kind of reverberates back at you.
Huh. It was still satisfying, though. I'm glad I said it.
yeah, man, primal screams and like breaking plates and shit. It's pretty good for you.
It's handy.
Yeah. If I head back to the gate,
Yeah.
just so I didn't miss anything, like we can't open it without bringing a chunk of the ceiling down, essentially.
Yeah, basically, it's structural.
Okay.
To destroy this would be to destroy structural supports for the ceiling.
All right.
Now, Lou wants to go with you because now she's curious. Are there any like locking mechanisms or hinges or anything where we wouldn't have to break it off, but it could move?
Not that you can see. It's like it goes into the ceiling, but you can't see any mechanisms.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'm kind of wishing this was a fucking option, but I don't think it is.
I think you're right. Well, do we jump in the water? Sounds like a bad idea. I don't want to do it.
We can just ask those two to go in first.
I mean, we could ask them.
And I'll start heading back to the group.
I'll follow.
I want Slump to have his arms crossed, and he's gonna sort of kick up his chin towards Jake and say,
Dare you to do a cannonball, pussy.
Whoa.
Little pussy. Little pussy bitch.
Can I flip on my headlamp? Does it work?
Didn't it get busted at one point? Oh, but you fixed it. Yeah, sure it works.
Okay. I'll turn on my headlamp.
It reflects violently against the water.
I'm gonna turn it towards Slump, like kind of like right in his face, just to be fucking obnoxious. I'm gonna tighten the bandana karate, and I just do a flying fucking jump kick out into the water.
All right.
Nice.
Roll me a dexterity check, or I guess acrobatics, which is I think you're fucking proficient in that. So let's give you like +8
From the bandana.
from the fucking bandana.
Bandana karate.
Oh man. Yeah. So you do this fucking sick ass karate kickflip, illuminated like a spinning ball of light with your headlamp on, and you slip into the water with this beautiful, graceful spin kick dive. And when you get down under the water, it is cold. This is some chilly ass water. And I guess because you have your headlamp on, what you see is that the pool isn't 20 feet across. It's like 80 feet across.
What the fuck?
But there is a
just expanded before our
cylindrical.
eyes?
There is a like cylindrical cage around you. So you are in an enclosed 20-foot pool with a cage all the way around you going down to the bottom. And as you look through the water, your headlamp kind of like bounces off some of the metal bars of the cage that's in front of you. And then you see something moving on the other side of the cage. There is something enormous swimming on the other side of this cage in the larger pool. And you don't get much of a look at it other than it looks gray and thick, and it goes for maybe 7 seconds. You're just looking at this kind of wall of flesh passing by in front of your light, and then it ends in a weird tapered tail.
Cool. I will probably soil myself. And doggy paddle back to the surface.
And as you do, as you doggy paddle in,
oh shit, come on.
You feel the water around you move like a giant displacement of water. And you hear kind of that like smothered, waffled sound of something in the water suddenly moving a lot quicker. And as you doggy paddle up,
did you describe the shape of this thing?
You didn't really see much other than kind of a wall of flesh, like tubular gray wall of flesh that passed by for like 7 seconds because it was so long.
Okay.
And as you swim, you hear that waffled sound and the displacement of water. And then something bangs into the cage behind you.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, boy.
And when you turn to look,
turn on my spooky lights.
Yeah, and you see this giant eel with that giant jutting bottom jaw and a couple ragged teeth sticking out and a big eyeball that is looking directly at your face. And it's not thrashing, it kind of swam very quickly directly into the cage trying to get you. When it ran into the cage, it just sits there calmly, almost motionlessly floating in the dark water with that eyeball fixed directly on you.
And we only see the one eye?
You can only see the one eye. Its face is kind of turned sideways.
And we can't make out the shape of the body or the head?
It looks like a giant 30-foot long eel.
Oh, dude, no.
Nope.
Why?
And it's like, you can see its body kind of floating in the distance, and it's like maybe 5 feet, 6 feet in diameter. Like, this thing is absolutely enormous. And it's got that long black frill of weird eel hair that they have kind of on its top and bottom.
Eel hair.
Ew. Thanks, I hate it.
And it's floating in the water just looking at you.
Oh my god. With Jake's light on, do we see it too? Or is it just Jake can see it because he's down there?
Yeah, only Jake can see it because he's down there. You guys, if you're looking down in the water, you can just kind of see a choppy image of Jake looking to the side because, you know, like this cage is kind of flush with the edge of the pool.
Yeah.
So you can't see down into the greater pool beyond. And then you doggy paddle back up and you're up at the surface.
Okay, good. I was going to do something else, but I lived, so we're okay.
Yeah, you're okay.
Hey, Jake, how you feeling? You all right? Is everything okay?
Yeah, I picked a bad time to eat some candy.
Oh, sorry.
It makes it real hard to hold your breath. Y'all, there's a big-ass fucking fish down there.
Oh, yuck.
No, like, I spread my arms like as wide as I can.
Slump was looking at you and starts licking his lips, like as you're describing this fish.
Oh, you should, you should eat this fish. I think that would be the really good thing to happen. You should eat this fish for sure.
Okay.
Slump dives into the water.
No.
Okay.
Oh, never
Slump, when you
mind.
dive in the water, you feel that cold, cold water, and it is pitch black in there, and you can't see anything.
Doesn't Slump love the cold?
Slump does love the cold. This feels
Yep.
fucking amazing. This is the most wonderful water you've ever been in, but you also can't see anything because it's pitch black down here.
As the Slump just like resurfaces to the gap and starts doing like the back paddle and spits a bit of water out of his mouth and looks at Galdrick and starts singing,
Let's make music together. Let's make sweet harmony.
and yeah, I guess Slump will just sort of like swim around and he'll go under the water and open his eyes, but he probably can't see shit.
Exactly. Every now and then when you move, like if you swim quickly, you hear this bang, this underwater metallic bang, as that giant eel smashes into the cage.
When Slump hears that bang and feels the water moving around, I want him to like resurface as quickly as he can and like do the really hurriedly trying to get the water out of his eyes so he can refocus on the group. And as soon as he makes eye contact with Galdrick, his eyes shoot super wide and he just whispers, Wave pool.
So, question: when you jumped into the water, was I still on your fucking neck?
Oh yeah, I guess you would have been.
I guess you went for a swim there, Galdrick.
Yep.
I want to like scaredy cat that doesn't like water, like kind of cat grab onto his neck, you know? Like
clamping in.
Yeah.
Slump is like trying to pull you off his neck, like he's trying to get some fucking anaconda off him. He goes,
Come on, Mr. Teeny Tot, it's
No.
water.
No,
What's wrong with it? Come on. Don't
When you
want a little
surface, when
bit?
you surface to talk to me, I want to look like a cat that's been in a bath, that's been like lightly air dried. My hair's just fucking everywhere.
I want Slump to say,
Can't you use your spoopy demon eyes to see if there's anything under there?
Yes, I probably can, but I don't want to, Karen.
as soon as he says, I want Slump to like peel him off his neck and hold him by his feet like a trout, and then just dunk him under the water.
Sploosh.
Fine, I'll take a gander. Can I take a gander with my eyeballs?
Yeah, absolutely. You've got like you got like super perceptive
Yeah.
eyes. So
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
yeah, roll me a d20 plus fucking 10.
Okay, all right, yeah, no problem. Okay, I got that. Okay, yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Hey.
So with your ultra perceptive eyes, you catch the light kind of glinting off of Jake's lamp up above the surface, kind of scattering down below, and you see this giant 80-foot diameter pool with this enormous, 20 or 30-foot long monster eel just slowly cruising a circle around you guys. And as you look down, you see this cage that kind of encompasses your little protected area. And at the bottom of the water is a layer of muck and a giant stone ball.
Giant stone. Describe the ball. Smooth, rough.
It's smooth. It's probably maybe 4 feet in diameter.
Okay.
Big, smooth
Jesus.
stone. I mean, not like polished smooth. But yeah, it's a big smooth stone ball at the bottom.
Okay, so right now the eel can't get to us, right?
That's right. Yeah. Every now and then, when you guys make a quick movement, it tries to make a dash for you, but it bangs into that cage.
Okay. I would like to start drowning because I assume Slump is still holding me under the water.
Yep.
Once Slump feels you really start to squirm, he lifts you back up again, like shakes you a bit.
I want to pretend like I'm unconscious.
Slump looks at him like he pokes him in the rib cage a couple times, then looks back up at the group and like a baby who's just, I don't know, grabbed a birthday candle because they're stupid and don't understand things like heat. He like, his face goes from expressionless to instantly like hysterical despair. He goes,
I think I broke my TV top.
he's like holding up Galdrick and like gesturing at Lou and Jake with Galdrick's feet, like fix it.
Am I just being waved around like a sack of fucking potatoes right now?
Yeah.
And do we see that he's opening his eyes or smiling or anything, or are you selling this?
When I know he's looking at you, I'll like open one eye and give you a little solid wink, and then I'll go back.
Okay, because I wasn't sure if I need to panic or not.
Oh no, Slump. Oh no. Yeah, I bet he's gonna be fine.
You should initiate CPR.
That will help my
I'm fine. Ah, wow, that was close.
As Galdrick is saying that, Slump, having no idea what he's doing, but knowing that they're saying he needs to do something, grabs his feet in one hand and his hands in his other hand, and just starts wrenching him out like an accordion, just like forward and backward, forward and backward, and forward and backward.
That's
What? What are you doing?
Good
You gonna
form.
be okay?
Yeah.
Slump saved him. Slump is a hero.
He starts smiling really proudly and like puts Galdrick back. He's trying to put him back around his neck, but he's so proud of himself that he's just not even really paying attention to what he's doing. Just wears him like a hat.
Perfect.
You under there, Mr. Teeny Tot?
There's a giant worm thing.
Oh man.
And there's a cage, and there's also a giant. I kind of look at, because the moment I say ball, Slump's gonna want to play. So I'm kind of like, there's a giant spherical object.
You can just spell it like I'm a fucking dog. There's a giant BALL. But we don't want Slump to think that he's going for a WALK. So
I look at Slump. There's a large spherical object down at the bottom.
what, like an egg?
I'm gonna look at Galdrick, look at Slump, look at Galdrick, and then look at Lou and just start shaking my head no.
No, not like
Slump's
an
not
egg.
registering anything.
It's like a it's like a BALL.
Ah.
And I kind of like want to like eyeball point towards Slump.
Slump looks at you and you can see his fingers come out of the water, and he's like, looks like he's counting on them, or maybe he's counting syllables, and he says,
There's a bale under there?
Close
Yeah, man.
enough. I just want to like scratch behind his ears.
he looks very satisfied.
Well, you want Slump to go and see if he can get it for you, Mr. Teeny Tot?
That's a pretty big fucking eel down there, man.
Well, we're in here, and the slimy dog is outside.
Can I see what kind of eel this is?
I mean, basically,
Is this just like a monster eel? This isn't like a giant electric eel that's gonna fucking shock me if I get too close, is what I'm saying?
good thinking. No, it's mostly like a giant moray eel, except all gray.
Oh, okay. And is the sphere protected, or do we have to go through the cage to get to the sphere?
No, it's in your cage. It's basically at the bottom of your cage.
Okay.
Yep, your
Okay,
cage
gotcha.
kind of extends all the way into the ground and buries into the muck. And then at the bottom of your little cage, there is
Gotcha,
a ball,
okay.
yeah, sitting on top of the mud.
Okay. And how far down is that?
It's like 25 feet. It's a pretty deep pool.
Oh God. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess we could see what that is down there. I mean,
You said it was just muck, like
it's just
green
muck.
shit?
Yeah. It's just it just looks it looks like an ocean floor down there.
Fucking gross.
Yeah, I don't want to touch it, and I probably won't be able to lift it. Slump's probably gonna have to grab it.
Yeah, man, do it up.
All right, let's do. I kind of want to. I want to. I'll grab onto Slump like a fucking cape.
Now,
Okay, good luck. Be safe. I'm gonna stay here where it's dry.
okay, that answers my question.
Well, do you guys think that maybe it's one of those things where everybody has to get in for something to happen?
Maybe.
Maybe. Do you want me to get in?
Try it.
She gets in.
Yep, you get in, and it is very cold water, and all your scarves and layers of various ribbons and shawls and other various bits of flowing bits of clothing just kind of all float at the surface, and you look like a big jellyfish.
It's really cold. It's really cold in
Oh,
here.
come on, don't be such a baby.
It's so cold.
Come
that bad.
on. It's not that bad.
I
Not that
hate
bad.
it.
No, it's not that bad.
I
Not that
don't like it.
Not that bad.
I hate it in here.
It's one.
It's perfect.
1 out of 5 stars. Don't like it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're fine.
Get in here, Jorp.
I mean, if you do something down there and no one's up here to see what moves, You know, like when you do the thing and then the camera cuts and it's like, and then you're like, oh, I did that door. No one will be up here to see that.
As he's talking, I want Slump to like start slowly walking forward towards him, and then in the middle of a sentence, reach forward an arm and grab him by the scruff of the collar, like just pull him forward off balance so that he falls into the water, but like not forcing him to go any deeper. Like he can just literally just get back out, but Slump wants to like pull him in very temporarily.
Yeah. Everyone's in the water.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Does anything happen?
Nope, nothing happens.
Oh.
Oh, nothing happened, guys.
I'll click my headlamp on and look at Slump and defiantly start to go down. Can we see where this thing is at all times just by its like the shadow in the deep, or do we lose sight of it like immediately?
Of the eel, yeah. When it circles wide, it escapes your vision. It's just out in the darkness and you can't see anything.
Okay.
And then when it swims closer to get a look at you guys, you can kind of see it come in from the gloom.
Got it. Okay. So I guess to make like to displace less water, like make less noise, are the bars like gargantuan, or can I get my hands like around one?
You can get your hands around one.
Yeah. So rather than dive down, I'm just gonna grab the bar and try to like push myself down.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not like thrashing and flailing, because I don't think Jake's super athletic.
Yeah, yep. How would everybody else like to descend?
And we're just swimming down towards the ball.
That's right.
I think Slump would basically just stop treading water. He's so fucking big, I feel like he just sink. So he's just gonna like take one big breath with his cheeks puffed out like a fucking cartoon and then just let himself sink.
All right.
I'll attach myself to the diving bell that is Slump.
Well, yeah, we didn't. Lou would just breaststroke down. Just get on down there.
Okay, then yeah, absolutely. With the disturbance in the water, Jake, that big eel starts swimming closer and closer to the cage, and your fingers start to feel a little exposed, wrapping around to the other side.
Yep. Nope.
Yeah, and you guys swim down to the bottom. I'm gonna start a timer to basically gauge how long you guys are under the water.
Okay.
Hold our breaths.
Just for breath's sake, so that I can tell you guys when you need to go up. It's not gonna be anything crazy. So you guys swim down, and yeah, you're down near the bottom, and I will need kind of granular detail of what you guys are doing.
Okay. I want Slump to see if he can dig his, like how much is this ball sticking out of the mud?
It's like resting on top of the mud.
Oh, okay. So it's not like buried in it.
No, it looks like it's sitting on top of it.
I want Slump to try to push it.
You wanna, so like I guess
he's gonna get his hand sort of down on the bottom third of it.
Yeah.
And then push like up and over as though he's trying to roll it to the side.
Okay, and I guess like what are you gonna kind of use to balance yourself against? It's like if you push it, you're just gonna move.
No, for sure. But I don't know if you've ever seen someone in like World's Strongest Man doing Atlas stones.
Mm-hmm.
But
While
basically
underwater.
they'll get like right up next to it.
Yeah.
And then so that they're like standing up straight with their sort of pelvis touching the ball.
Yep.
And then they get down with their hands right beside it and they just lift it up more than they're pushing it forward, because the act of lifting it up from the bottom and the side like that will cause it to roll.
Okay, and so you're like planting your feet in the ground kind of thing to do this?
Yes, exactly. Like going as wide as I can to basically try to straddle the rock.
Yeah.
And then put my hands down near my pelvis and just thrust.
Okay.
I'm just thrusting, just straddling and thrusting.
Straddling and thrusting on this ball.
Yeah.
As soon as your feet touch the muck,
you
hear ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. And that cage starts lifting up from the ground a bit.
I want Slump to hurry a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. So
sense of urgency.
Yes. Roll me. You're gonna have to roll at disadvantage because as soon as you plant your feet in the muck, your feet start sinking, and you don't really have a great foothold to launch this thing on. So roll me a d20 plus 10, because strength is definitely your jam.
Yeah.
Twice, and we'll take the lower of the two.
Okay.
Oh
Hey.
my god.
I'm good
Okay.
with that.
So
That sounds good to
holy
me.
fuck, man.
I want to be massaging his shoulders like a fucking boxer's corner the whole time. Like, you got it, man.
Get in there,
Blah,
top and
blah,
heart
blah,
pops.
So you kind of, your feet touch down on this muck, and as soon as they touch it, you hear that sound and the cage starts raising. But like with that immediate sense of urgency, you don't let yourself sink too far before you put your hands down the bottom 2/3 and immediately hoist and use kind of your whatever resistance the muck is giving you as enough of a plant, and you hoist the ball, and then you realize it's anchored to the bottom.
Okay.
So there's actually like a pole coming out of the bottom of this thing, and it lifts up a bit, but it doesn't go anywhere. It does not
And
move
sorry,
to the
you said
side.
there's
It
a-
lifts
you
up a bit.
Okay, and you said that there's a pole on the bottom?
Yeah,
like
it's
it's
almost-
a lollipop?
Yeah, like it's a lollipop, and the pole goes way far down, so it can't move to the side, but it does lift up a bit.
Okay. I
Is
guess
there like is there like a chamber that's underneath it? Like, or is the what he's moving? The lollipop is taking up whatever space was beneath it.
It's a very thin pole going way down, and it's connected to something.
And there's no gap other than what the pole is going through.
I guess I'm not really sure what the question is. It's a lollipop where the stem has been stuck into the ground.
Okay, so the stem's stuck. Okay, so I'm saying there's no room around the ground. Like I can't swim down the pole, if you will.
Oh, that's correct. Yeah. No, it's a very thin pole, like maybe an inch across, and it's just stuck way down deep into the muck.
If Slump tries to lift the stone further so that people can look at the pole or what's underneath it, will that just cause him to sink further into the muck?
Yes, but you can lift it. It does have upward movement.
Okay, Slump, I want Slump to look at the rest of the party and do the eyes gesture, like, are you looking at me? Are you looking at me? And then point at the bottom of the ball.
Yeah.
And then when he does that, he's just gonna get his hands under it, and what he's basically going to do is lift it with a controlled lift, so not super quick but not super slow, to the point where it's like the highest that he can lift it, and then with a controlled descent lower it again, and then use the ball to try to get himself out of the pool. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna put his hands on top and try to pull himself back out of the muck.
Yep. Okay, so as you lift this thing up and up and up, it comes out maybe about 5 feet until it clicks into place.
Okay.
And now it looks like there's a big stone lollipop just coming out of the bottom of this pool, and it's clicked and locked into place. And
so what I wanted to... sorry, go ahead.
And just now it's rigid, and you can pull yourself out, no problem.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So you are no longer stuck in the muck.
When Slump was moving this ball, was more of the rod like it was fixed to the bottom of the ball and it was coming out of the muck, or was he sliding the ball up like a rail, like it was into the ball?
More like the rod was fixed and he was pulling it out of the muck.
Got it. Okay.
And
in my head, I think we're in some sort of giant bathtub and he just pulled the plunger and all the water.
Right?
Yeah, I was trying to discern if there were mechanisms in the ball, but it seems like it's below, right?
Yeah, it's below, and the ball has now locked into place. And that cage is now maybe 2 feet off the bottom of the floor, and that eel is now swimming around the bottom and trying to kind of worm its way under the cage into where you guys are.
Is the cage still lifting up?
It is still lifting up.
I want Slump to look at the rest of the party, and once again with really rapid hand motions, he's trying to make his hand look like a door, like he's opening a door, and then gesture back towards the end of the hallway, like he thinks that maybe they can lock the cage at the other side.
Nice.
Oh fuck yeah! So I'll start snaking back up the pole. Like if I feel comfortable enough to put my hands on it, if I can see the eel snaking at the bottom, if I know where it is, I'm okay with going to the opposite side and just being and I'll try to go up as quick as I can to see what Slump was.
Yeah, and I want Slump to, as soon as Slump makes that fucking thing, he doesn't even wait for Galdrick to respond. He just grabs Galdrick by the scruff of the neck, and with his other hand, like a gigantic fucking 6,000 pound or 6,000 horsepower paddle, just starts skyrocketing up to the surface and back towards the entrance to the pool room.
When he starts doing that, I want to be kicking my feet like it's helping.
I'll definitely be following.
When you guys get to the surface, you kind of bump your head.
Oh my god.
Oh no! What the fuck?
Are you Supermaning me? Are you fucking kidding me right now?
As you realize that the ceiling in this room has come down to only about 1.5 inches above the surface of the water.
Oh my god, nightmare.
So
boy.
you can stick your mouth up and grab a mouthful of air, but
Yep.
there's no way to climb out of this room anymore.
What about
So-
the place where we came in?
Yeah, it's totally flush.
It's now, yeah, it's flush. Yeah, exactly. The room is now sealed. That 20-foot cylinder of ceiling has now descended and sealed off the roof of the room, other than about 1 inch of breathing room at the top.
Lou thinks very rude things about Purisoma.
And the cage raises a little bit further until it's about 4 feet up, and that eel starts swimming immediately up towards you guys.
Oh shit!
Oh, I don't like that at all.
When it does, I want to use grand entrance.
Okay. Yep.
Yep. I want.
There's no roll for that, so you can
Yep.
because we're in this system now.
Yep.
So you just fucking do it, and I didn't give you spell slots, so I guess you just get to fucking do it for free.
So Slump is gonna.
Okay, I was literally typing in the thing, BRB, gonna get a drink. Never mind, I'll wait.
I want Slump to put his head to like take a deep breath up at the top, and now that he's got Galdrick up at the top, and then just go back down and do like the Nappa fighting stance,
Yep.
just floating in the water. And because he's now underwater, just look at the eel and go.
Okay. Then roll a dexterity saving throw. So roll a d20 plus 3. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So you guys, as you're like up there, kind of trying to suck the air from the little waves that choke out the space for the breathing room, you guys look down and see what's up.
Well, can I try and help him by like? So he's trying to do a grand entrance. Can I try and help by like going down and having some like waving some scarves behind him so it looks like he has tentacles to the eel?
Oh, the grand entrance for sure worked. He is the only thing this thing sees.
Oh, I see.
This is
This
a
is the
dexterity
dexterity
saving
thing.
throw to see if he can avoid the eel torpedo that now wants to get a big old bite of Slump.
I don't think scarves are gonna help us in this situation.
Yeah, and so you kind of see Slump in his Nappa position, and he tries to ninja style kind of dodge out of the way of this eel torpedo, but doesn't quite make it. And this thing gets a big old bite out of Slump's thigh.
Okay, now hold on. Now hold on a second. Hold on. Hold the
Just before that, I want to see if I can, and you can give me like, you can say that I need to roll a 17 or higher. I want to try to do the thing where when it tries to bite me, I want to like put my feet in the bottom jaw and put my hands on the top jaw and like hold its mouth open.
Okay,
So
okay.
it can't bite me. You can give me a credible, disadvantage, but I just want to try it.
Yeah. Galdrick, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, since we're doing a different rule set, I don't know if I can do this or not. Can I cast out evil, make this thing disappear?
Oh.
But can I? Because problem fucking solved. And more importantly, can I just make this appear wherever the fuck Kirby is right now?
Okay, so because I said you can do angelic shit twice, that's one of the times you can absolutely use cast out evil on it. Would you like to do that?
Yeah, because I don't. We're literally trapped in water. My gun is. I don't think that should work underwater.
Yeah.
So I don't really see us having a good victory right now. So yeah, I would like to cast out evil, Alex, and just make this thing just fucking be gone.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. You see Slump kind of try to twirl away from this thing, and you know the twirl isn't good. This is a not successful twirl, and it's about to get a big old mouthful of Slump thigh, and that would be a lot of damage. And just as you see these jaws closing down on Slump's succulent thigh meat, you cast out evil, and this thing just vanishes. The entire eel disappears.
What the fuck is
then
going on?
The ceiling to this room starts to lift up.
What the fuck?
I want to look at Slump. I want to have a thumbs up, like underwater.
I want Slump to like do the Jack Nicholson nod, like the and he's looking at him because Slump thinks that he just did that.
That's true. I guess he would. Okay.
How much water is displaced when that happens?
Oh shit! I guess quite a fucking lot. Like
Yeah,
before the
fair.
ceiling gets to raise, a whole bunch of water just fucking rushes into the vacuous space where the eel used to be, and the water level drops a bit, and then the ceiling raises up.
Yeah. Next question. What is Kirby's reaction?
Somewhere there's a Kirby in his giant bucket seat. The lights are all off because it's nighttime, and he failed to get out of his seat to go home. So he's in his office. All the lights are off. He's trying to catch a quick snooze at work because he's stuck in his bucket seat. And then all of a sudden, his entire office is full of eel. All the windows explode, and Kirby shits his pants.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and you guys are solved my pool puzzle.
What was the actual solution?
It was to raise up the stone.
Yep.
Unlocks the gate that was locked.
Okay.
Oh
And
yeah,
then
good one, Jake.
you needed
And Slump.
to deal with the eel in some way. You guys have a lot. You guys have used magic. You have angelic shit. You've got Slump to fight it, but you did need to deal with the eel.
Okay, makes sense.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Now I'm gonna go get a drink. Fuck me.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, did we succeed like the mechanical portion of it, or
Yes,
is it just
absolutely.
removing the eel?
Basically, I thought it was going to take you guys more times to lift up the stone. I did not see the big boy Slump stuck in the muck at disadvantage fucking success. So I thought you guys were going to be down there and have to fight the eel while you were trying to lift the stone. But you fucking got the stone in one, so the second half of the puzzle kind of had to reveal itself from being trapped in there with the eel.
Okay, got it. I thought there was like more, and you were just like, "Well, you did the eel. Here you go. Here."
Nope.
Okay.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
that's the deal.
yeah.
Stone
Okay.
unlocks the gate, eel raises the ceiling. But you do have to experience the horror of realizing you can't get out of the pool and the eel's in there.
Not good, not good.
That was well done.
Good job, Slump.
Yeah,
Okay.
so yeah, you guys are.
Yeah, I
are
guess
free to
let's head back out and go through the gate that was locked.
go. Yep. You guys walk through the gate, and it goes to another long, straight hallway. And if anyone's interested, they could roll a perception check, which for Lou is 4, Slump is 3, Jake, I believe, was 6.
Lou's wringing out all her various fabrics as this is happening.
When you look down this hallway, you see that kind of smooth floor and smooth walls, they kind of reflect off your headlamp a bit, and it is polished.
Huh.
And when you move your foot on it, it slides a little bit from the unbelievably immaculately polished floor. And it descends ever so slightly, but enough that if you were to slip, you would be going down a very weird slide. And this hallway goes maybe about 15 feet before you can't see any further because there's spider webs.
No!
I want Slump to smack Galdrick in the back of the head so he falls on his face and then ride him down the ramp like a fucking surfboard.
Oh my God.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
We'll just wait here for him to come back.
Because you know he's got his headset on.
I want Slump to look at Jake and go,
Beep tap?
Beep. Beep.
Yeah, the beep tap, another beep tap. Like you did in the other one with the big wormy dog.
Yeah, all right. I'm just gonna grab something out of my bag and just throw it.
What? Yeah. I was gonna say, do we want to disturb the? I guess we have to, though. Is the thing? Do we want to disturb the
the.
Yeah, there you go. I have 50 granola bars. I'm just gonna take like 5 granola bars and just huck them down the slide.
As soon as Slump sees what you're throwing, he like reaches out his hand in vain to try to catch them.
I think Jake doesn't even notice. He's looking like in his bag, like flips the backpack to his chest, starts going, and like holds the 5 up to look to see if there's anything like shittier to throw. And as you're going for it, I'm not even looking to just go like whoop.
Yep. And
so what the fuck am I missing? I'm sorry. I just got back. So there's a what the fuck did I come back to?
So we're in this second long hallway. Goes down like a very smooth ramp. We get the impression that if we were to even slip a little bit, we would be sliding down an unknown length, and it's filled with spider webs. So I initially said Slump is gonna smack Galdrick in the back of the head so that he accidentally falls forward and then ride him down the fucking ramp like a surfboard, but decided against that and then convinced Jake to throw something else out of his backpack down the fucking spider hole, and he threw a handful of granola bars, which Slump angrily tried to catch in vain, and now we're just waiting to see what the granola bars do.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is there's a fucking slide with spider webs on it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah.
First off, Techsmith's an asshole. Secondly, I would like to use angel wings to get us all out of here. I'm just kidding.
I mean, hey, if you want to try that, you're more than welcome to try. Would you like to try that?
No!
Okay. I'm just making sure. So the granola bar hits the webbing, and it just kind of like, it hits it, it sticks into it, and then the webbing kind of vibrates a little bit after the fact.
Ooh, no. That's a spider testing if it got a kill.
And then it stops.
Ooh.
Do we have any bug spray? Any spray at all?
Imagine someone.
Hairspray.
Imagine someone sees a small fire in a trash bin and tries to snuff it out by swinging their jacket at it. I want Slump to grab Galdrick by his like tuxedo back, his tuxedo shirt, and swing him into one of the webs and then pull him back really quickly.
Why?
Yeah,
I got it in my mouth.
Yeah, you pull back a Galdrick with some webbing on his face and on his feet and stuck in his beard and tangled in his hair, and it's like thick webbing.
Ugh. Okay.
It's like college all over again.
And there's more webbing behind that.
Behind the webbing that got displaced by
exactly.
face.
Yeah, you tore down some, and there's more after.
Well, I'm gonna try and just wave my scarf around and clear some that way.
Well, Mr. Teeny Tot, can't you do the thing where you just fly through it, and then if something tries to chase you, you just fly back?
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
No.
All right, yeah, hold on. I karate kicked the fucking water, and I got this shit. I'm gonna fish through my bag, and I'm gonna, over the course of like the next 3 minutes, assemble the body of a strange like hydraulic squirt gun looking thing, and then I'm gonna screw in the fuel tank, and you all realize it's a flamethrower.
Ooh.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Very good.
You can check my shit, boy. I had a flamethrower.
Fuck me. Okay.
3 harm, close fire, heavy, volatile.
Okay then.
I put my hand on Jake's shoulder, and I've never been more proud in my life.
And I think, like, you said that the decline is very slight.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm just gonna sort of, like, take one step out so I can poke. The webs are pretty close, right? Like, I can poke the end of the flamethrower through something.
The webbing kind of starts here.
We're trying shit.
Pretty close. So you guys kind of came in. The webbing started pretty close. And so yeah, you can poke the nozzle through that initial layer of webbing.
Okay, cool. So I imagine it's the kind of flamethrower where like the pilot light at the very tip is always lit.
Yeah.
Mostly because I'm too dumb to imagine a fantasy flamethrower on the fly, so I'm just
Totally.
getting the classique.
Yep.
So I just want to see if the web burns.
It absolutely does.
Ooh.
Good work. I
Yeah,
want to
so
stand close so that I'm ready to grab you if you start to slide. And to help
oh, thank you.
Damn, I really hate this because I was going to see if I could summon Bill and just shove him down the slide.
The perfect
My
fucking
God.
solution.
I mean, I can step back. It's fine. I kind of want that to happen.
Does that count as an angelic thing, though?
It definitely does.
I won't waste it because we might need a Hail Mary.
Well, okay. I want to sort of like play with the trigger a little bit and just sort of goosh out a little fuel.
Yep.
But then I'm going to stop. And I want to see if we can get Lou to tie some scarves together to make like a team rope. So like if I can lash myself to Lou via scarf.
Ah, fuck, you
Well,
guys
that's
are
a good
smart.
idea.
Damn.
Like one of those little chains of kindergartners that you see sometimes. Yeah, you got it.
I mean, I was thinking like mountain climber because we're cool and smart, but
Same, yeah.
yeah, now we're like a bunch of 5-year-olds. That's fucking fine. Shit.
Fuck. All right. Well, I had all these fucking dexterity checks and shit to keep your footing, but I guess you don't need that anymore. So I will say absolutely. You guys tie together kindergartner's rope of scarves.
Do you mind standing in the back as like an anchor? Okay,
Wait,
thank
what?
you.
Sorry, say that one more time.
Are we tying us all? Are we tying
You want Slump to be like an anchor?
in the back? Like, so if you're the last one in the line?
You see, Slump was like edging his way forward eagerly, like he somehow thought he was going to be at the fucking front. Then when you say that, he like drops his arms to his side and goes,
I wanted to have fun.
then he goes back begrudgingly to hold the end of the kindergarten rope.
It's a very important position. You're doing great work.
I mean, I could
Well-
just give him the flamethrower if he wants to go for it. No, never mind. Never mind.
He'll eat it. He'll eat it. Get it away from him.
Come on! Just a small taste.
Spicy stapler.
Yeah.
Spicy stapler.
So yeah, I'm gonna just start sliding like gently down the wait. Gonna make sure I'm looking at the right side of the map. Yeah, like the map left wall. Because that's
Map
closer
left-
to like.
I gotcha. Yeah. Yep. Okay, and there is webbing all the way down the whole hallway.
All right. So as we're going down, I wanted to play with the fuel, whatever fucking fuel this is. So if
Yeah.
I spray some against the opposite wall,
Yeah.
is there like a backdraft and it still fills the whole fucking hallway anyway and will kill us, or are we good?
I think you're good. You can basically just burn the webbing. I think that's fucking clever enough. And fuck me for not knowing you had a flamethrower for this room. I think that's a good enough solution. You can absolutely burn all the webbing.
So I will utilize all of the fuel of my flamethrower, so
Yeah.
that won't have to be a piece you need to remember for future encounters. And as I start sliding down, I just want to like light up the opposite wall the whole way down.
Yeah, so as you're going down, you're just torching all this webbing. And as you kind of torch webbing, you see the webbing up ahead kind of twitch a little bit until you get to the point when you've gone maybe 10 feet down this slippery slide. And then you see gaps in the wall, like slits and holes in the wall. And when you light up that webbing, you see very long spider legs retract into the holes. And then in the holes up ahead, you see spider legs trying to pull the webbing into the holes to get it out of the way of the flames.
Ew.
And as the flames start sweeping across the wall and diving into those holes, you hear the screeching screams of spiders burning to death on the other side.
Oh my god.
Until
I
you
want you to know-
feel some spider legs on your back.
Oh.
On everybody feels that?
Jake at the very front. When you get to the part
Oh
where there
my
are
God.
holes on the far side of the wall, you realize there were holes on your side of the wall as well. And very long spider legs start creeping out of the holes and grabbing at you.
If I see that, I want to be smacking at it.
You want to pull him back up, you said?
Yeah, I don't want the if I can see, because we're all tied together, right? So we're
Yeah,
all going along. So if I see legs coming and trying to grab Jake's back, I would like to be trying to smack them out of the way.
Okay, roll a strength check, which is just a D20, just a straight D20.
Well, that's mean. I'm just kidding. Oh no, that tracks. That does track. It's because I'm kind of pulling back as I'm going to hit it. I don't really want to touch it, but I do want to try and it's not connecting very well.
Yeah, and I think you kind of you smack it in such a way that kind of pushes the leg into Jake's face.
No, I'm so sorry.
And this big, and it's not thick. I don't want you to think thick. I want you to think long and thin. This is almost as if it was a real spider leg, except like a foot long. And it slaps you in the face. And
like
then,
a weird pipe cleaner?
Yes, exactly.
Do me a favor. Don't take this the wrong way, but I fucking hate this episode.
Listen, it's a haunted mansion, guys. And it hits his face, and then it kind of pulls back into the holes. And then you hear the walls start to lower down.
Oh, God.
And sure enough, as the wall starts to lower down, thousands of those spider legs start to come out from the gap where the wall is lowering.
Ew.
Oh, boy.
Ew.
Do we have anything we can prop up to make sure that doesn't, I don't think we do. That doesn't crush up?
Jake still has fuel in the flamethrower.
Yeah. I mean,
Do we just
how
go
fast?
faster?
That's what I was gonna ask. How fast are we descending? Because like I didn't really specify like I fucking ninja kick out into the hallway. I just kind of said I go.
I was imagining you guys were kind of creeping along, torching the webs as you went, kind of thing.
Okay, so that's like a less than walking speed.
Yeah,
kind
exactly.
of.
Yeah.
Let's accelerate it to a light jog.
Yeah.
I don't want to just take off and fall, and then everyone falls, and then someone's on fire. Yeah. So just a little tug,
Yeah.
and I think it might take more to get to even like move slump at the back.
Okay, so you guys just going? Are you torching the spiders, or are you just trying to run down the hallway?
Well, let's see. You said the walls started to open, so they're just everywhere.
They're trying to start climbing out of that gap in the wall. So basically, the left-hand wall that you were up against, once they started to grab you and detect your presence, the wall started to open up, and the spiders are now trying to come out. The legs are coming out from that gap. It's like opening top down, like it's like a limo driver privacy window. It's
Gotcha.
starting
Is
to
this
lower down.
both walls?
Just the left-hand wall, actually, where they found
Yeah,
you.
we're gonna do a little twist and bump, do the little hockey maneuver, and bang my ass into the wall and see if I can glide us across to the opposing wall. And if I can start to make our way like past the halfway point, I'll switch walls with the flamethrower. Because I didn't want to burn in front of us if we're like going into it.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. Roll me acrobatics, which for you, I guess you're fucking karate wizard, so I guess that's like a +8 for you.
Ah, you did it yourself.
I
Karate
did,
wizard.
I know.
I want Slump to look at Galdrick and gesture with his hands like he's recommending to pick Galdrick up and then say,
What about your glowy fork?
What? There's thousands of spiders. What the fuck you think the frogs are gonna do?
Glowy fork. Your glowy fork.
Are you hungry?
No, your glowy fork against the leggy dogs. On the wall.
No!
Why?
Thousands of spiders are trying to shoot a mosquito with their cannon!
Definitely successful. So you can switch walls. You start sliding down that wall, and start torching the far wall and start burning all the spiders. And you guys have successfully navigated the hallway of many spooky spiders.
Yay, flamethrower!
And at the end of this hallway, you see some light start to pour in. And
Oh, good.
a room that's a little bit familiar lies up ahead. There's a long
The hell?
red carpet. And to your sides, you see some tent poles painted gold. And you're back in the main room of Purasoma's tent.
Are there like braziers on the side, like anything? Basically, what I want to do is I want them to look for something to tip over, to then tip it over and look at the guy and go, dick.
Yeah, you like knock over one of his like tiki torches.
Yep.
And you see him standing back there, and he says, "Once you have sought, once you have found, twice more you must, for a fortune most profound." And
What?
that torch that you knocked over starts lighting everything on fire.
Oh my god.
And
Oh my god.
the carpet goes up in flames.
Oh,
It
okay.
reaches up the walls. The walls light up. The ceiling
Yep.
lights up.
Yep.
And you're engulfed in this bright, bright light. And then it all goes away, and you're standing in absolute darkness again.
I want Slump to, as soon as we're in darkness, Slump gives a little and like rolls his eyes a little bit and then starts with his gigantic fucking ham hands, rubs them together like he's trying to generate static electricity, and then clamps them on the sides of Galdrick's head because he thinks that's what's required to turn on his like headlight eyeballs. And
What
then,
the fuck?
lift him off the ground by his head and start pointing him around the room.
What the fuck? Stop! 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 What the fuck? Stop! Stop! What the fuck? I can't hear anything. Your hands are over my ears. What the fuck? The fuck you doing?
I want to do like a slow, methodical 360 and then just put him right back down like nothing happened and then say,
So what'd you see?
I walk away.
Slump like looks around to where he's sure Lou and Jake must be and says,
You didn't see anything.
Do you
like
walk
that's
away?
his
So we're in complete darkness, right?
Absolutely.
I'd like to actually use my fucking eyes to look around.
Roll me a perception check, which with your super eyes, I guess is like a +10 or something. Yeah. You
Whoop.
can't see much. Like you can't see walls. You can't see ceiling. You can see the floor under your feet, but after another foot or two, you can't see floor anymore either. And then you see something really weird. Like you don't know how, your eyes don't know how to understand what you're seeing. It's like a small spot of fire kind of floating in the air. Just floating there, kind of down by your feet-ish. It's just kind of, it looks like it's just kind of floating there.
Does just Galdrick see this?
I imagine once he sees it, you guys can all see what he's looking at. And there's like this small spot of fire just like floating in the air.
Oh, don't follow that.
Why?
And it's always in those stories, right? Don't follow those little lights.
Well, they're like fireflies.
Oh yeah, or like ghosts or whatever.
Yeah, it's not like traditional fire. I don't know, man.
It's like ghost fire.
And
Like a
then
ghost fart?
Ghost farts, yeah.
as you guys keep looking at it, it grows a little bit. And you realize it's not floating in the air. It's 200 feet below you.
Uh
The fuck?
And as your eyes adjust, you see that you're standing on a platform that's maybe 4 feet by 4 feet,
Oh, that's small.
suspended 200 feet in the air
Oh
on top
my
of a long
god.
pole. And someone down there just lit a little fire. And then you see another little fire. And then you see 3 more. And then you see 100 little fires. And you can't see what's down there. There's some sort of a humanoids down there lighting all these fires. And it's vast. It's like miles around you of darkness, and then this little camp of people lighting fires down below you.
Does it look like they're setting things on fire or lighting campfires?
It looks like they're lighting campfires.
Okay.
And then you see these little humanoid figures pick up torches, light them, and then they kind of disappear under your feet, underneath the platform that you can't see.
That
we
sounds
getting
to me
burned
like
at
they
this
might be, I was gonna say, that sounds to me like they might be lighting our platform on fire.
That's not great.
And then sure enough, as you have that thought, you see a bright light emanate from underneath your platform 200 feet below you.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's when Galdrick notices that there are 4 ropes standing next to you guys, like hanging next to you guys.
And they're going up?
They are going up.
What the fuck?
I look at Slump and I immediately say up and I put my hands up.
So, yeah, Slump fucking picks him up and will balance him standing on Slump's palms if you want, or wherever he wants. If he's just like doing a piggyback, and then Slump's gonna climb up like fucking what's his name?
100%.
Fezzik?
What I essentially want to like go into like, fuck, I don't know what kind of. You still have like those weird like green suspenders?
Yep.
Okay, I want to essentially like tuck myself in between the greens. I want the suspenders to act like a front-facing baby carrier, and I just want to like crawl in there and be like, all right, I'm good. Let me know when this is over.
Solve this puzzle.
I want Slump to gesture at Lou and Jake like Fezzik from fucking Princess Bride.
Yes.
And then get ready to just start climbing and like test the rope for tensile strength and then just start climbing it.
Yep, absolutely. They're good and strong.
Yep. Okay.
Can I tie the rope, my rope? It's loose, right? Like it's just hanging.
That's right. Yep.
Can I tie my rope like behind around my waist or something so that I'm pulling it up with me as it goes, so people can't climb up after me?
Yep, absolutely.
Or the flames can't climb up the rope.
Yep.
If
We'll do that.
how far apart are they? I don't know. I don't imagine I could reach the other ones, right?
They're not that far apart, actually. You could probably reach the other ones.
Yeah, I think what Lou's doing is a good idea. I'm gonna do it too.
Okay. Yep.
Can we make like can we combine our ropes to make a ladder? I don't know how we would do that on the go.
What the hell?
You know, a rope ladder.
Aren't the ropes attached to like the ceiling or whatever the fuck?
Yeah, but maybe we like swing and make it like a braid. This might be nothing, guys.
Yeah. You couldn't have said that any fucking better.
Well, I'm gonna keep it in mind. If you see a chance for ladders, do that.
I think Jake like starts to wrap one around the other one and like attempts to process how to build a ladder out of this, like as we're ascending in their move, and I just give up.
Yeah.
I'll just keep dragging them up with me.
All right. Okay, so you're lifting all the ropes up as you go, kind of thing.
I guess.
I think
Maybe,
so.
so they don't. Yeah.
All right. Well then, they will not light on fire behind you as I thought they were going to. You have diffused my fiery rope problem. Good
It's
job.
like a lick.
And you guys start climbing. So I'll have you all roll Constitution checks to see if you are athletic enough to do this. So I think Galdrick doesn't have to roll because he's getting baby carriaged. However, that is going to make Slump's roll a little bit more challenging.
Okay.
So Slump
I'm
roll plus-
adding 7 pounds.
That's true. Maybe it won't. Maybe I guess you know what. You guys are basically a unit at this point, so maybe it won't affect your roll.
And grabbing
fair.
capability with your.
I think if I was carrying Slump, yeah, give me disadvantage.
Fair. Okay. I dig it. Okay. Slump roll plus 10. Jake roll plus 3, and Lou just roll.
Yeah.
Oh no! I feel like Lou was not good in gym.
Yeah, plus
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 10.
10 for you.
Oh, we're going down.
That's it.
Oh my God, you guys! You all rolled so badly. Thank God for the plus 10 from Slump. So Slump
Fuck.
just fucking hand over hand is just chugging up this thing. Lou and Jake, you feel like if you hadn't pulled the ropes up, you would be going so slow that the fire would be catching you, but because you did pull the ropes up, you see your platform that you were standing on get engulfed in flames, turn to ash, and fall 200 feet down to the camp below.
Fuck.
Lou says, "Oh, bad. This is bad."
And you're now suspended 230 feet above the fucking ground on your ropes. And then you hear something that's a major bummer.
Oh.
It sounds almost like a wisp of air to start with. Like you can't, it's almost like you couldn't hear it at all. I probably should have had you roll, but you know what? We're running short on time. But then it happens again. And you guys hear an unmistakable hiss.
Oh God, someone's making tea!
And as you guys are
do we
climbing,
recognize the sound? Like what sort of creature it would fucking come from?
Are the ropes turning into snakes?
the ropes aren't turning into snakes, but that hiss gets louder, and it sure sounds an awful lot like there's a snake coming down the rope to you.
Oh no.
And out of the darkness, you see a big old fucking snake head. That forked tongue kind of flicks into the distant firelight below you. And then that big, thick, flat head with those slitted eyes starts looking at what's climbing up its rope. And I would like, Lou, what do you do when you see the snake coming down the rope at you?
When I see the snake, wait, so it's just one snake, or does each rope have a snake?
Each rope has a snake.
I would like, so I get 3 spell slots.
Yep.
And I don't have to roll to make them work, they just work.
That's right.
I would like to finally use Jinx and have it work.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very exciting.
Oh, that's right, because you'd have to fucking roll for it to work.
Hell yeah.
Hey, there you go.
Can I somehow jinx the snakes so that they get tangled up in each other and just fall?
The ropes are too far separated.
What if I try swinging?
Well, yeah, because I was going to say
It's gonna bring the ladder back into it.
that could be in combination with what I was going to say. I was going to say that slump. So imagine watching an army dude climb the rope, because
Yep.
you know the way Fezzik climbs the rope, he's literally just pulling up with his hands.
Yeah,
But in the way that like an army guy would do it is they lock their feet on the
Yeah.
rope,
Yeah.
and then they pull up and then they lock their feet. I want Slump to lock his feet on the rope that he's climbing with everybody attached to him, and then instead of using the rope that he's holding his hands onto, he's going to grab the ropes to either side and grab them and start swinging them like battle ropes. Like the wave in and out as fast as he can, like as wide as he can, like he's pumping some gigantic bellows.
Yep.
To try to add into that if he can.
Yeah, okay, no, I think this is actually an excellent combination. So basically, let's give the snakes some bad luck. So they'll be basically like saving throws at disadvantage. So you can try to swing the ropes at advantage. And this to me feels, I don't know, it's like it's partly strength, but it's also partly just like your ability to withstand the endurance of holding onto your rope and swinging the other one. So I think this is more like a constitution type of thing.
Yep.
So roll +8 and roll it twice, and we'll take the higher of 2. That you'll have advantage because the snakes have some bad luck.
Oh my god.
That's not great. That's not a great start. That's significantly better. That is much, much, much better. Thank fuck for advantage.
Ooh, you don't get much more extreme opposites than that.
Real.
Fuck.
So yeah, you start waving all these things, and the snakes, once they see movement, because they're like T-Rexes, as everybody knows, snakes are like T-Rexes, and they only respond to movement. Once they see movement,
read a book.
they open their mouths, and these giant foot-long fangs start to extend from their mouths, dripping with venom.
Oh
And then
my
they start
god.
going, and they get fucking flung off the fucking ropes, and they fall.
shit.
And these snakes
my
are
God.
like 30 feet long each. They are enormous snakes, and so they fall past you for a little while. And
Oh
then,
my god.
And then they fall past you.
What I want to like look down and see what the response is on the ground, if any.
Yeah, so there's like this giant pile of wood that used to be your platform that's like smoldering, and these snakes basically just go plop 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 into the into the ash and smoldering wreckage, and all those and they fucking like they splat and fucking
Ew.
explode, and
my
all the
God.
individuals that were lighting fires kind of run away from the exploding snake fire explosion.
Okay.
Crazy.
And you guys are good to keep climbing, and because
Yeah,
we are
yes.
running short on time, this next part, I'm just gonna kind of explain it to you, and then you get to figure out the thing at the very end.
Okay.
You guys end up pulling yourselves up, or as you approach the top, it feels like the ropes are attached to like a cliff, like the edge of a cliff. So you pull yourselves up, you hoist yourselves up, and you find that you're at the edge of a cliff at the mouth of a small cave that exits into the outside. It is a massive, wide open plain, and it is flat as a fucking piece of paper.
And is it on the same level as the cave?
Same level
Like
as
we
the
climb
cave.
up. Gotcha. Okay.
Yep. And it's nighttime and it is pouring rain. You can see some stars and the moon, but they're mostly covered by these big, dark, angry rain clouds. And the clouds rumble dangerously. Every now and then the clouds light up with lightning arcing between them. The plains, which are completely flat, are covered in like wet, sloshy dirt. And then you see something in the dirt move.
Damn.
It seems to be something with arms, at least, and it's trying to stay extremely low to the ground. And it's
Ew, what
not.
the fuck is it? A giant salamander or something? Ew.
It looks a little bit more humanoid, but the arms move kind of like a salamander. It's not doing an army crawl.
Fucking ew.
What the
It's
fuck?
doing like a forward crawl where it's grabbing onto muck.
people, lizard.
And it's crawling around trying to stay as low to the ground as it can. And then as you guys are like looking out, and Jake's headlamp kind of scans and catches its eye, it starts crawling directly towards where you guys are at the mouth of the cave.
Oh.
And it's quite fast. And
Ooh.
then as it gets within about 20 feet, it starts to stand up on hind legs.
Ooh.
And it's thin, and its skull is kind of pushed forwards and stretched a bit, almost like what you've seen monkey skulls look like.
Ah.
And its arms are jointed backwards the wrong way, like its elbows
What
face the
in
wrong
the
direction.
fuck?
And it starts to stand up on its hind legs, but it only gets about halfway up before lightning strikes the middle of the plains and illuminates a staff, some sort of a lightning rod sitting in the middle of the plains. The lightning strikes that rod and then is redirected and zaps this zombie horror monkey and just vaporizes it.
Oh, good to know.
And you get the feeling that the way to cross this is on your belly in the mud.
With the other terrible zombie monkeys.
You only saw one.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel
I trust
confident
you
with
that
that.
was it.
So
Yeah.
I'm very glad I held my tongue, because when this thing was standing up and you're describing it, I was gonna be like, "Cast out evil, hell no."
Right? Yeah.
Glad I didn't. Very glad I
Evil through
didn't.
the lightning clouds.
Would you guys like to try to make it to that staff all by your stealthily?
Yeah, I'd say Slump would, yep.
Yeah, I don't think any of you are
so?
stealthy. Everyone roll -1.
I would like
Oh.
to use my blackjack,
Oh shit!
Smart.
Yeah.
and whoever's going first, I'll just sort of like spray them with all this shit. Or wait, is it smoke or spray? I forget what it was.
The spray coats you so that you can accept the smoke. So you're gonna spray them and
Yeah.
then blow smoke on them.
Okay, so I'm definitely gonna forget how that works.
Yep.
And like start blowing smoke on someone, then stop, then go back in the bag. Remember the spray most of it, probably way too much on Slump. And who's in the back?
Yep.
Who's gonna be in the back? Is it me?
Probably, I
Whichever.
guess. Yeah.
Fuck. All right. And I put so much on Slump that I run out when I get to me, so I only get like half covered.
All right. Okay, then slump roll plus fucking 10.
Okay, so wait. I want to make sure what we're doing here. We're
I
just
did
trying to get to the
rolls and I got
staff, right?
17.
Yeah, trying to make it to the staff.
Yeah, just trying to make it to the staff in the middle of the plains.
That's all we're trying to do.
Yeah, for now.
Okay, I angelic wings us all to the center of the staff in the middle of the room.
Hey, okay. Yeah, there's no fucking rolls. You just fucking do it.
Jake, is that what are you doing? Was that better? That was faster. It took me 2 seconds.
Like just still finishing spraying me as I realize I like look up from spraying my shoes, be like, oh fuck, all right.
These huge, glorious, holy golden light wings just extend from Galdrick's back in this magnificent display, equivalent, maybe greater than Betty's display. Who knows? Who's to
Much
say?
better.
It's kind of a subjective thing.
Hers is stupid and fiery. Mine is golden and retribution. Okay, it looks.
And you guys just the wings kind of spread and enclose you all, and then you explode in this nova of holy light, and you appear again in this detonation of holy radiance right next to the staff. And as soon as you pick it up, the planes just kind of start disappearing all around you. And you
Like disappearing.
They kind of like fall upwards into ash, like when Voldemort died.
Like when Thanos lost.
Exactly. And you find yourself in the same room. This is
Kevin, you dick!
This is Pirasoma's room. There's the red carpet, tent poles painted gold, and Pirasoma's standing at the end. And he says, twice you have been tested. Twice you have been brave and wise. One final test awaits you. Then you shall claim your prize. And
I shoot him.
I was about to say the same thing.
It better be like a fucking riddle. We have 10 minutes.
I only have 10 minutes. And then...
Oh, God. Okay, let's do it.
that was a real contemplative.
Purasoma reaches up to pull the bag off his head. And that's when you notice that his hands are different than what you'd noticed before. His fingers are long and his palms are wide. And he's kind of hunched over. And then he pulls the bag about halfway up. And you see something that you've only ever seen in passing. A mouth that nearly splits his face in half, going from ear to ear. Except there are no ears, just a large mouth with long Baraka-like teeth.
Ew.
Looks almost like Venom from Spider-Man. Except that the skin is not smooth, it's both wrinkled and also tight. It's like a skin suit that wasn't pulled on properly, bunched in some areas, and pulled taut in others. And then he says,
Can it really be this easy? I pretend to be some goofy fortune teller, and you guys just walk into my torture pit. Honestly, I thought after you talked to Lou 2 that you would have been more careful, more wary. But now you're here. I know any spells that he may have cast on you and boons that he may have applied, they're all gone now. You are but helpless kittens. Yes. I'm sorry this is where your adventure ends. The Prime Ink, the Planar Keys. I know enough to do exactly what I have planned. I guess this is goodbye.
And I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Which is what?
That's going to be basically, let's just do D20s across the board.
Kevin Sharts is a planar key? I did not see this coming as Lou here. I'm thinking of myself.
I mean,
Yes.
Volos' last name is Sharts.
Volos.
How do we know this isn't Kerr?
Okay.
I'm just thinking about the fucking video I linked last week.
Yeah, right.
I actually have written down as his next piece of dialogue.
Volos, you betrayed us!
Yes, that's right. I'm the bad guy. Too bad none of you suspected it. You could have stopped me ages ago.
Literally
want
written down.
I want to have the biggest death stare looking at every party member.
Well,
When he looks at me, I just like shake my head, just like no. Do the little like hand over you. No.
I do not accept.
No.
And he raises a hand, and all of you suddenly feel like you are being pulled out of yourself. Like there's another you underneath the surface trying to be pulled through your face. The skin on your face starts to be pulled tight. You feel like the eye sockets start to buckle.
Ew.
And it feels like you are being pulled through yourself.
This is legitimately how I was feeling last Friday.
And then there is an explosion of fire.
Okay, I'm fucking
And-
so god.
Betty and Tom
Yeah,
appear
of course it's Betty and fucking Tom.
appear right next to you.
Why
Betty-
can't I ever look cool? I'm
Betty-
sorry, go ahead.
Betty pulls out her flaming longsword. Tom raises his hands, crackling with lightning. And then a door opens to the side of this place. And equipped with full crazy goggles and bartender's cleaning rag, Lou 2 and Locke walk into the area. And Volos scans the room and says,
I'm not going to lie. I thought, it's no matter.
and Volos reaches out with a hand, and all of you start to feel normal again as his attention turns. But he points his hand towards Betty, and you see him pull Betty out through Betty's face.
What the fuck?
And the skin suit of Betty just kind of falls limp behind her.
This
And
is the skeleton that he pulls out?
no, just a new Betty, busting
Oh
through
my
the skin
God.
of old Betty. Except
Okay.
this one doesn't have flaming wings. The sword is just a sword. And she looks pale. And she kind of collapses down to her knees.
What in
Tom.
Jake
the
screams,
fuck?
Zambos! And I shoot her in the head.
Wait, who, what?
I scream Zambos, and then I shoot zombie Betty in the head.
Oh my, I don't know that she was a zombie, but she might be pretty soon.
Roll a d20 plus 6 to hit.
What? But why?
Wait, was Tom next?
Tom was next.
Damn, I want to shoot Tom, but I'll do this. This is more.
Oh my god.
Sorry, you said 6, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fucking
Zambos!
laser just jellifies weak Betty's skull, and she falls over completely dead.
I kind of roll my eyes and I just kind of like, oh my god, that's gonna be a pain. I want to look at this guy and like started communicating with Butler. Butler!
There is no response.
Oh my fucking god.
And then Tom's hands light up with lightning, and he sends a deluge of lightning towards Volos, which just bounces off an invisible shield and scatters into the darkness around you guys. And Galdrick, it is your turn.
Okay, since you seem to be going 5th edition on me, right?
Yep.
Am I getting that vibe right?
Yeah.
Smells like it.
Okay, in that case, if we're going 5th edition, all right, and I'm essentially what is equivalent of a paladin.
Yep.
Guess what my main class is in 5th edition, baby. After I see this shit happen, I want to I want to get my shot out. Okay, I want to get my gun. I want to do the wiggle magic.
Yep.
Okay, wiggle magic. Shoot whatever the fuck it is I want to shoot. And towards him, you said he had this invisible barrier, right?
Yep.
I essentially want to shoot a dispel magic, if you will, and I want to get rid of whatever shield is protecting him.
Yep. So roll. Well, I mean, I guess this is more like the use magic, which just fucking works.
Yeah.
Which is the way these. So definitely mark off the bullet, and that shot just comes out. It's like a little blue ball. It's like a blue ball bearing, and when it hits the shield, that shield just starts to kind of evaporate. Like, you don't see the shield, it's invisible, but as the ball kind of scatters across it like thin wispy tendrils of smoke, you can kind of see this invisible shield kind of break.
As it's kind of breaking, I'll look at Tom and say, try again.
And as a legendary action,
oh, my man.
Volos would like to rip your soul out, Galdrick. Make a Constitution saving throw, which for you I think is probably a +5.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. You take 70 points of damage.
I'm sorry, what?
You take 70 points of damage.
Okay, yeah, this is I don't know, somebody doesn't know how to scale a fight. Okay, that's fine.
As you guys
he blinks at you and you die.
As you guys see Volos reach out with one of those long clawed hands, and it looks again, it's got that feeling like he's going to pull a Galdrick out through Galdrick's face, but instead it's like a ghostly version of Galdrick that starts to come out, but as it's coming out, it's falling to pieces.
I'll let you in the head.
Eventually, it stops falling to pieces and gets pulled back into Galdrick's head, but Galdrick looks real fucked up. Lou, it is your turn.
Oh my god. I'm suspicious that this is all just like a Bogart in Harry Potter, and Pure Soma is just making this scary thing and picking things that we've recently experienced to make us scared. So I want to like really look, I guess, around and see if I can tell that. Like, okay, so I have the sight, so I can when I can spot magical clues and stuff when I investigate a mystery. And I know we're not really doing, but maybe like a.
I got you. It's a perception check.
Okay.
And you'll be able to. I got you. Roll me +8.
Thank you. Couldn't remember.
Roll it again.
Okay.
Because you're using your glasses.
That is not as good.
Wow, this is not great. Okay, but what I will say is you remember Volos is part of Red Ink.
Yes.
So you switch your glasses to red. And you fucking see Volos.
Oh. And okay.
It's really him, guys. It's not some sort of illusion. It's really him, and he's really trying to kill us. So Jake, your buddy, it's bad.
Did I just shoot Betty? I thought it was a fucking trick and the loincloth dude was gonna be up there. Oh my god, Galdrick, I'm so sorry, man.
I look so unbelievably pissed.
Wouldn't you be delighted?
Slump, it is your turn.
Okay, I want to run up and literally put every ounce of strength I have into doing like a Napa bear hug.
Yep. Okay. Absolutely.
Run
Roll
up.
me D20 plus 8. Oh my god, yeah, that'll fucking do it. So you run up, and this is to
Yep.
Volos, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So you run up, and he's kind of got one arm extended, and you don't have your extra your extra 2 arms, but you run up and you just try to wrap your hands all the way around him. And when you grab him, he's like lumpy. It's almost like a skin pulled over a bag of poorly assorted bones.
Ew.
But they're not all bones. Some of them are obviously cartilage and they give a little bit, but a lot of them are just bones, and it's lumpy, like a literal sack.
Ew.
And when you grab, he is surprisingly resilient. Like you know when you grab someone that's really strong,
Yep.
you get that sense. Like
Okay.
you've got a good hold on him, but
Yep.
you are not grabbing a frail old man. You are grabbing something else.
Yep.
Okay, and I will consider him grappled for all going forward.
Awesome.
Nice.
Next is Lou 2. And Lou 2 pulls out a coin.
I'm freaking out. Sorry.
And he flips it into the air, catches it, and starts pushing it down. And you see that pearlescent sheen of prime ink. And the walls start shaking. Volos's whole, like his hood starts trembling, and his whole body starts to weaken. As you see, and Slump, you feel that body that you're grabbing start to weaken a little bit.
Okay.
Like it's losing strength, and you feel like you now have a really good hold on it.
I was gonna say, sort of like Guyver.
Yeah.
I want to start applying pressure.
Yeah.
As he weakens, I want my grip to tighten.
Yeah. And then you see Lou 2 fall into 2 pieces.
Ooh. Oh. Uh-oh.
And suddenly, that thing you're holding, Slump,
Yep.
it gets real strong.
Oh.
And that big, wide open mouth leans over, and it takes a bite out of your neck, and so much flesh comes off.
Ooh.
So much meat comes out.
Ooh.
And you lose 50 hit points.
Okay.
And then it's Locke's turn. And Locke materializes a rather simple, elegant looking pistol and starts taking shots at Volos. And they're simple enough, mundane bullets, but as they ring off of Volos's body, there's like thunderous crashes. And again, you are bleeding profusely, Slump, but as each bullet impacts Volos, you feel his strength waning again and again and again until you can really start applying pressure.
Okay.
And
I want
then-
to take out one of his ammonia packs and crack it.
Okay, yeah,
He had 3, he has 2 left, so I wanted to take one, crack it, puff it, and start squeezing even harder.
Yep. And I think as he starts getting worn down by these shots, you hear Volos.
This is not how it's going to end for me. This is how it ends for you.
And then everything starts to fade. And it feels like you are just disappearing. It feels like the you that's you is fading and your body is just becoming a bag of meat. And then you all fall over as you take 100 points of damage.
Oh well, that'll do it. He blinked at us.
Slump pops back up because of the Phoenix ring and says, fuck you, and crushes him.
And then you're all laying there in absolute darkness, and you hear a voice. Now, the fear of failure The greatest fear of all is the one our own mind conjures up. The what-if scenarios if we fail in our life's goals. Sometimes facing these fears means allowing them to come to reality. Sometimes facing these fears means you realize how much you can't allow them to come to reality. Take the knowledge of your greatest fear as the ultimate fortune yet to unfold. And you guys find yourselves laying on one of Pirasoma's fucking couches as you realize that overpowering scent of herbs and spices and incense was some sort of a sleeping drug.
Oh my god. What the fuck? We just got roofilined by fucking Pirasoma?
Yeah, you guys all just got mega super duper roofied.
Holy shit.
And he just let you...
Nah, y'all.
He says, hey, how'd you guys like my spooky dream fortune? Hey, did you learn something about yourselves and the greater world? Huh?
I want Slump to look for anything in the room to pick it up and throw it at his head. Not hard enough to like fucking kill him or anything, but like it was to bounce something in the room off of his head.
Yeah, you find like that tiki torch that you know you'd knocked down before. And you just like pick it up and hurl it at him, not like javelin style, but just like broadside. And he just like cowers, like he kind of like lifts a leg and and it kind of bounces off him. And then he kind of like loses his footing on his fucking on his pillow. And he falls off it. He's like, ow, hey, I did you a favor. You guys got a real life lesson in there. don't be fucking throwing my tiki torches. Come on.
So I want Slump to look at him like his eyes go wide and goes,
What the fuck did Slump learn? Don't pick up a giant fucking stone lollipop or else you'll get eaten by a giant snake?
I want to say, you know what? I do believe in these sorts of lessons. I do believe them. I think they're very important. They really teach you everything about yourself.
Thank you. That's
the team blew around in my shotgun.
Butler?
Yes, sir.
Can you send down Bill?
Yes, of course, sir. Right away, sir.
Thank you.
Hello, big boy.
Excuse me, Mr. Sharts. This is my good friend Bill. He's going to stay with you for a little while and ask you a bunch of questions.
Oh, that's wonderful. I love visitors.
How old are you?
That's an inappropriate question. I'm 24.
Why?
Well, because I've been here for it's inappropriate. You never know. Sometimes there's like stigmas. Stigmas attached to.
You never know.
I'm not going to like this, am I?
Yeah.
Bill, he has lots of information that we need. Do not let up. You can go as far as you want.
Okay.
I know you love this. Just imagine you can go to 10. I'm allowing you to go to 20. Go ahead. Just go have fun.
Okay, you tell me what you need. What you tell them, big boy, huh? You say to me what you hide from them, huh?
No, I've got this thing. There's your journey has taken you here, and will also take you other places, but it cannot take you anywhere that you do not go.
Sorry, were you talking to me?
It's a fortune for
You're
you.
saying it.
It's a fortune.
Where
did you come from? How did you get in here?
When do we start?
We're starting. I already did start.
We start now? We go now?
We're starting now. I did start. That's the fortune.
Okay.
There was a.
Okay.
There was.
Bill like reaches out with his tiny little hand and grabs Pirsoma's hand and just starts like walking towards a side of the tent. Like there's no opening there. He's just walking towards it like.
Okay, big boy, we go now. No problem.
Okay, this is weird.
Here we go. No worries.
I look at the rest of the party. He's going to be busy for the next 4 days.
I want Slump to look at him and say,
Anything else we should know, Mr. Assface?
That was kind of it. I hope you learned something from your nice nappy dream time.
It was terrible. I'm gonna drag you at the convention.
Thanks, fuck dog.
And that's my Haunted Mansion episode.
That was fucking
my
awesome.
God.
That was fucking fantastic.
So good.
And creepy as fuck, but really, really good.
Not a single bit of that scared me, like bothered me even in the slightest until you were like, no, the spider leg is like an actual spider leg, just feet long. And I was like,
I tried to hit every phobia in every way to try to make sure that everyone felt creeped out in some way.
As soon as you started talking about that fucking room closing, and I was like, don't like this at all.
The like inch of water, of air between I can't even.
Reverse repelling part.
Yeah.
No thanks.
No.
No thank you. Fuck.
Oh man, I if we had more time, I was gonna flesh out the Volos fight a bit more. And
That was freaking.
I wanted to.
Yeah, I was a little worried. I
wanted to make sure you guys at least felt like it was possible that this was all Volos's fucking trick.
You had me sold after I shot Betty.
Yeah, that was
You glued in the eye, and you were like, "Yeah, this is it." I was like, "We just had this conversation."
Yep.
Oh man, that was fun. Thank you guys so much. That was fucking fantastic.
Yeah, that was fucking
great. Yeah.
Happy Halloween.
I can't wait. That was
November.
That was genuinely, I'm not gonna lie, that was one of my favorite fucking episodes. That was super fun.
I'm so glad.
Now that we've had a taste of that, I petition for a return of the fucking carnival. Remember the one that we went to where Slump fucking was trying to out eat the chili with fucking Birdie?
Oh
yeah.
Don't you worry.
Good.
That's Great Day.
That's what it's called.
Yes.
And that happens
excellent.
every
Great day.
January 25th.
Excellent. Ooh, we're coming up.
We are coming up on the next Great Day, guys. And trust me, if you thought the last session was good, when I only had like 3 episodes under my belt, I got almost 40 of these fuckers in my pocket now. Great Day is gonna be fucking great.
I can't fucking wait, man.
The guy got to put his hand in a blender until he died last time, and that's only getting started.
Yep. Fucking awesome.
Okay, guys, thank you so much.
Yeah, I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, I'll see you guys next
See
week.
ya. Watch out.
Guys, bye.